This podcast is intended for entertainment purposes, and while we strive for a respectful and inclusive environment, we acknowledge that certain topics discussed may be sensitive or offensive to some listeners. The views expressed by hosts and guests are their own and do not necessarily represent those of the podcast or its sponsors. Please exercise discretion, skip or pause any distressing parts, and we appreciate your understanding and open-mindedness as we encourage conversations rather than cancellations. Take that woke elsewhere. Thank you.
Lost in Talks podcast.
Lost to Talks 118, back at it here with the boys.
Sorry.
Talking about some rancid shit.
It's
off the
Yeah,
mic.
rancid shit.
Ian was going on about some crazy shit
Crazy
just
shit.
before this.
It's crazy shit you don't even share with your boys.
Yeah,
I'm
and
like,
he just,
I just like painted a different picture for everybody in this room. So I do apologize for that. But you know, remember, it's the Lost and Talks podcast, bro. Anything goes down, bro. Take that woke shit elsewhere, bro. I still got long COVID, man. Like,
Exactly. Yeah, Ian got COVID.
I got the Rona, bro. Like 5 days ago.
which is whack. I don't know how you got that shit.
I don't know how.
crazy.
It doesn't
I don't know how.
exist. Nobody
It
has
exists,
it
bro. It exists. I don't know. I don't even know how I got it. Well, I do. I have an idea how I got it, but I don't know who I got it from. Clearly,
anymore.
and like whatever, it is what it is. That's my third time having it now.
That's crazy.
It was pretty shit. I mean, 4 days of feeling like ass, and yeah, just like really bad, flu,
Yeah.
cold, whatever.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with me. I'm getting a little cold myself. I'm like, what the hell's going on? It's weird.
I
Weather's
got-
been a little weird. Got really hot. Now it's coldish.
Yeah.
yeah, the temperature did drop like crazy. It was wild.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh no, what's going on, bruh? How
Either.
was the man's weekends, other than Ian's, I guess. How was your weekend, Kevin? What'd you do?
Nothing really.
Shit.
Yeah.
Great.
Bro, it's a juicy pod. We got a lot of shit to talk about.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of shit happened.
Yeah.
We got the topics up on the board. We can start with the light shit. Like, what do you want to start with first? We got some female rapper artist crazy shit happening.
Lead it. You're producing today. Lead it.
Am I?
Yeah.
Lizzo? What happened with Lizzo? Yo, you should read the headline because I think it was worded perfectly on it sets the tone for how stupid
Yeah.
that is.
I think this is the most recent story too.
Like,
so.
it literally sounds like some AI generated fake ass news or headline featuring Lizzo.
Lizzo forced dancers to eat bananas from sex workers' vaginas during Amsterdam trip. Bombshell lawsuit.
Bombshell. What does that even mean, man?
That sounds like Daily Loud. AI.
That sounds like fake.
Yeah.
Let me break down the story.
What
for you
is
guys.
Lizzo doing with bananas and sex workers and pussies?
Let me break down the story for you quick.
Yeah.
3 of Lizzo's former dancers are suing the Good as Hell performer, as well as Big Girl, Big Touring, and whatever, for allegedly subjecting them to endure weight shaming, sexually denigrating behavior, and pressuring them to participate in disturbing sex shows. While on a concert trip with the Grammy Award-winning artist to Amsterdam in February 2023, the plaintiffs claim Lizzo invited them for a night out on the town, which ended in disaster.
What the fuck does that mean, bro?
The area is known for its sex theaters, sex shops, and clubs and bars where nudity is on full display out in the red light district in Amsterdam. The lawsuit states things quickly got out of hand. Lizzo began inviting cast members to take turns touching the nude performers, catching dildos launched from the performers' vaginas, and eating bananas protruding from the performers' vaginas.
The launchers?
Launching dildos.
Yeah.
Bro, that's some Thailand shit, bro. Like, that's some, yeah, like, what?
I think that side of the water is just, you guys, they like to shoot shit out there.
Like in Europe and in
Yeah.
Asia?
On that side of the world.
That side of the world, yeah.
Yeah, they don't do that a lot.
So
over
she was
here.
getting lit in the red light district
Yeah.
and then just partaking in these crazy sexcapades.
Yeah.
But like that when she's
I don't think that's the focus of the lawsuit.
when
Yeah.
it says
One part of
dancers,
it.
when it says dancers, sorry, was it her dancers?
Yeah.
So she was with her dancers.
Yeah.
She was
And
taking
then-
her whole crew out,
And she was
Yeah.
like forcing them to do crazy shit because she's Lizzo and like she runs the crew.
Allegedly, yes.
But I think more of it was just like the overall harassment and the weight shaming. and all that
yeah.
stuff. Her
And then
former
her weight
manager
shaming
said
is
that
insane, bro.
she's not part of the lawsuit, but I think the former manager said that like yeah, all these claims.
Does
are,
this not
like,
sound like some
true,
crazy
or,
like smear
I
campaign
agree.
to like destroy her reputation? It sounds too wild.
3 dancers and a manager claiming it up. I don't know.
But
Like,
her-
I don't know about the specific claims, but
But her
this is what
fat-
celebrities do, bro.
Yeah,
What do
Her
you think they
fat
do with money,
shaming,
bro? Like,
her
yeah.
fat shaming though, just like completely destroys her brand.
Does it destroy her brand?
Well, she's supposed to be body positive and she's fat shaming.
Is she supposed to be body positive?
Yeah, isn't she not a representation of body positivity and like women and body empowerment?
I think that's what women want, but
Isn't that what she?
well, that's part of what she gets paid to do or represent.
yeah.
But don't you think that like deep down as just like a human being, there's probably like personal things that she hasn't dealt with, or like just like if it's something that you deal with, you take out your anger again on people sometimes. You know what I mean? Like it's very plausible that
and if
she would do that.
if my backup dancers are too tired to do the dances,
Yeah, exactly.
I might get at you.
And again, it's weight shaming because I don't know if
Drop some
I don't know if
fucking
fat,
weight.
I don't know if fat shaming is like not a PC term anymore, or if weight shaming is the new term. But I mean, like weight shaming could also mean that she was saying they're too skinny. Like we don't know if we don't know it was fat shaming.
I mean, I think
if that's
the
still a
word I think
yeah.
the word fat is almost trying to be, put the rest.
Yeah.
Like, I don't
that's
even
what-
think.
Yeah, that's why I think weight.
super
I think weight
woke
shaming
people
probably
won't even
is
want to
just
use
like
the word fat.
the new word for it
ever.
or whatever.
You know what I mean? That's being removed from vocabulary.
Yeah.
To be honest, you know what I mean? Especially if it's directed towards a person. I mean, you could say fat, something else, like whatever. Fat dick. Like people will still say that.
Fat D.
This guy, yo.
This guy. Yo.
All right, so
This guy.
the real question is, we go out with Lizzo,
Yeah.
Amsterdam, red light district.
That would never happen.
They're shooting dildos out into the sky, bruh. Are you
Fireworks
catching?
sounds.
Are you catching the dildo?
I go.
Lizzo's like, yo, Ian. She's gonna pop this in the air, catch it with your mouth.
With her.
With your mouth.
With
Jesus
her.
Christ.
She's popping it with her.
Not Lizzo.
Oh.
One of the sex worker hoes.
Okay.
She's a baddie. The sex worker's a baddie. She's gonna bust this 12-piece out into the air. and
Listen,
you
I may
gotta
be
catch it.
experiencing this in 3 weeks. So I'll let you know. But all jokes aside, no.
Everyone you catch is 10
No,
bands.
I'm dodging those, bro.
Kevin, what about you? The banana
The banana?
protruding out the pussy hole.
Or are you eating it?
Just a little nibble.
Like
Yeah.
off the top.
Yeah.
She's bad.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a little. It might be a little fishy, but
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how those how those elements work together.
I learned the other
but,
day that some men are so uncomfortable eating a banana, they literally break that shit into pieces.
yeah.
yeah.
Eat it. That's crazy.
It's like just learn. Yeah, bro. This is a real world.
There's this dude. Quick tangent. This is bound to happen today. There's this dude that used to PA with PAs that I work with, and his name was Big John. Big black dude, fucking 6'5", was in prison for whatever, God knows what. He's out of prison now. He's working, and like he told us the story about like fucking how he would ever eat a banana in prison, bro. He'd break that shit in half.
Yeah.
He'd call people gay, bro, for eating it like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they have bananas in prison, bro.
I'm surprised they do too.
Yeah.
was
That it's a test. It's a
was
it's
crazy.
a test, bro.
He's
Because
crazy.
think about it. If
Yo,
you,
prison is different rules.
Yeah.
if you eat a banana in prison, that means you're trying to get fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what he said. I was like, that's crazy,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah, man. And that's what people do. Yo, man. Man do that with popsicles, ice cream, bro. Ice cream on the ice cream cone.
Basically called out this dude for eating it like normally.
Like, bro, I can't.
The fuck, yo? Get away from me, yo.
When I go to get ice cream from my Baskin Robbins,
Yeah.
I get it out of cup.
Mhm.
I don't do a cone no more.
No.
No.
Okay. That's
Even just in
pause.
general, like just in general, like a cone is not a really enjoyable experience. You know what I mean?
Unless it's like a good sugar cone
yeah,
or something.
yeah. If the
They got
cone
big fat
itself is
cones.
fire, yeah,
Oh,
like,
cones
yeah.
are pretty
waffle
shit.
cone, yeah.
Yeah, if it's just a regular cone, especially, yeah, just give me the cup.
Cones are
'cause-
usually pretty
That the regular ass one
pretty,
tastes like fucking
pretty
like
shit.
cardboard. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
it's a nice nostalgic experience sometimes to be eating into that like hardened ass fortune cookie shit. But like, yeah, give me a bowl, bro.
Yeah. So I don't know what these people are about to do to Lizzo though.
Yeah.
They're trying to cancel her. We're gonna see what kind of comes
I
out.
think this is just gonna get forgotten. This just seems like too crazy of a story, and it doesn't seem like, I don't know, something that would affect her reputation.
I don't think it's gonna affect her reputation that much either.
I think it's too crazy of a story. Like people are just gonna be like, nah.
Anytime any of these like toxic
this is wild.
workplace things come out, it's just a very
Yeah.
quiet. It's hot
Like-
for a little bit. Remember
Like the Ellen,
yeah, when
yeah,
Ellen came
Ellen.
out.
Yeah.
What like nobody knows what happened with that. You assume that maybe some people got
Yeah.
paid off and
O-
that's the
Other
end of it,
than
like-
they shut off her show.
right, yeah, her show got canceled. I mean,
Well,
not canceled,
other
but like
than
she was basically like forced to like stop
Yeah.
her show. I guess I don't know.
I
I
guess
feel like
that
she
is
was
pretty
also
big.
probably gonna. She was probably thinking about cutting it soon too. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Probably. So
Who knows?
whatever, we'll see.
Yeah, I don't think this is gonna be a big unless more and more people come out and it's like a real serious thing. But as of right now, it just seems like a couple people are gonna get paid off or something.
I think it was
It's
just a
gonna
wild
go,
trip
like-
to Amsterdam. That
Yeah.
kind of went south.
Yeah.
Other than the whole fat shaming, weight shaming shit.
Yeah, that's the thing. We don't know right now if it's like a pattern of behavior, like
Yeah.
habitual thing, or if it was just mostly about that what happened in Amsterdam.
Yeah. So we'll see. We'll keep you guys updated on that. This news literally just dropped today.
Yeah.
I was telling these guys earlier. I was taking a nap. I just checked my phone quick, and this is the first thing that popped up on the screen. And I was like, "What?"
Yeah.
Lady trust.
So
This
yeah.
shit's tough now because it'll just blow up on Twitter. You'll see the jokes before you see the actual news, and then
Yeah, exactly.
you know it's hard to because by the time the memes come out, you can't tell what's misinformation or what's not anymore.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
exactly.
Like,
Exactly. So, prayers up to the alleged victims.
Yeah.
And
Sorry. It's
prayers
crazy.
out to Lizzo as well, allegedly.
yeah,
Hopefully, y'all get that sorted out. Yo.
Yeah.
Oh man.
But other
other musicians,
other
in the
musicians
news,
and
yeah.
doing stuff.
Yeah.
Cardi B's throwing mics.
yeah,
She has a good arm.
yeah.
I gotta say.
Whip that shit, but she hit the
That
wrong
one,
person.
the one freeze frame of her looking like Thor. You see that?
Yeah,
one? That was
bro.
crazy,
That was
bro.
crazy.
But she
Yeah.
like hit the wrong person, or she hit the right person, but then it ricocheted and then
Yeah.
it hit another
Hit
person.
another person.
And like that's problematic. But
Yeah.
like, yo, I don't know what the hell is going on. Like, I don't know if it's just one of those things because just videos go viral more. I don't know, viral videos go, noticed more easily now, or everyone's recording fucking concerts, so you got like a billion different videos from every concert. But like,
Yeah,
what's with people throwing shit nowadays, like during concerts? Like, it seems more common.
Yeah.
yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but like, it's very strange. Like,
When I first saw the video, I thought I'm like, okay, is this becoming like a thing now where people are like at least at least 5 or 10 people every time at every show now are thinking about it. Like I could go viral because it's a thing that's popping. now.
yeah, like people.
But this
are,
specific Cardi B incident seems like it was kind of like just a
Are people almost
just
testing the
a whole
artist?
confusing type of
Yeah,
situation. You know what I
exactly.
they're
mean?
like testing the artists to see if they'll do something back. Maybe they can catch a bag or something
yeah,
from like a lawsuit or something.
yeah, that's the problem
I
with
mean,
it too. Yeah,
I mean, that one chick got the. I don't. Drake was encouraging bra throwing though. Like that was
Yeah.
part of the tour.
Mm.
But that one chick got with the.
Yeah, the Playboy.
Playboy
Yeah, yeah,
thing.
yeah.
I don't know how crazy that is for her, but like,
That's crazy for her. In the
Sure.
grand scheme of things, it's
yeah,
nothing.
it's insane.
yeah, yeah,
It's nothing because we already forgot about her.
yeah.
100% for her personally, maybe, but like overall, probably not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, like, I don't think she was that. Never mind.
There was a lot of
You could say it. She's
yeah.
not that fit because
Yeah.
she wasn't.
Nah, I don't know what was going
There
on
was
there.
I can't
Playboy.
remember
I think
what-
Playboy was clout chasing.
Yeah.
Playboy was clout.
Yeah, yeah,
Playboy.
yeah.
Like who talks about Playboy nowadays? Like
Yeah,
that's,
exactly.
They've fallen off, bro.
Exactly.
Ever since Hef died, bro, fell off.
Yeah, well, they tried to do the whole like non-nude thing for a little bit, and then I think that killed them. And then they
The
tried coming
non-nude thing?
back.
Yeah.
It's a different game now. Like before, that was like one of the only.
They're seen as like
easy
a vintage
Mm-hmm.
easy access. Yeah,
platform or publication, but it's not pornography to
Yeah.
what today's standard of pornography is. Because today's standard of pornography, as we all know, is another level.
Yeah.
So
Eating bananas out your pussy.
yeah, it starts there. Yeah, I don't know what's up with artists getting their shit thrown at them. Like, Jesus Christ, are we gonna have to put up like walls
Yeah.
in front of in front of audiences? Like, is this gonna be a thing, bro? I don't know.
It's been a thing. It's gonna be a thing. Some people are just there to hate and they're just fucking rude.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, and they think shit's a joke, and they
At the
think
same time-
their aim is better than it actually is.
You disagree with me because we already kind of talked about this, but I don't think she should have thrown the mic. I still think that was like I understand that was like a knee jerk reaction for maybe a human.
I'm gonna stop you right there. That's not what I said. It's not that I don't think that she should have thrown the mic. I think her reaction is warranted. I think her reaction made sense
Sure,
in the moment.
she should know better though.
Obviously.
She's a performer. She's an artist. Like, she's supposed to be trained to like not do this type of thing.
Yeah,
like,
but then
you know what I mean?
sometimes you're gonna have moments
yeah,
where you're performing on stage and you might make a comment about people dashing water at you,
yeah,
and if ice gets dashed at you 2 minutes later, there's a difference.
Right.
And you might be a little pissed. That's all I was trying to say. I think the reaction made sense because of what it was. It's ice. That shit's hard.
Yeah.
So it didn't look like. Do we know if it was ice? Because it didn't look like
100% ice. I watched the video.
I saw like
I saw all the
splatter,
different angles.
like water flying.
Yeah, it was some.
Thought it was like some fucking 7-Up or some shit got thrown on her.
no,
something.
no, it was ice.
You know what I mean?
Yes, there's
Like,
a little bit of liquid because the ice had melted a bit.
Yeah.
But it was mostly ice, and she got ice dashed up on her, bouncing off her fucking forehead
It's hilarious.
and her titties.
That's hilarious.
Of course, you're gonna get cheese because in what situation do I want ice thrown at me?
Yeah.
She asked for shit thrown at her. Don't ask for shit thrown at you.
I agree,
Yeah.
but don't also
Because you never know
don't
what you're
throw
gonna
ice.
receive, yo. You
I
never know
understand.
what you're gonna receive.
And I completely agree.
You know, man.
And she shouldn't have reacted that way, but her reaction made complete sense to me. Because even if it was one of us, you get cheesed. You're
Yeah.
like, what the fuck? Why are you throwing fucking ice at me? Of
Yeah.
all things,
Yeah.
you know. So it is what it is. They're gonna try and sue or whatever, but yeah,
Yeah. I get
they
it.
might get a little bit of brighter settlement, but it's nothing major.
And they're just trying to take advantage. Like,
Yeah, I would too.
It's not like
of course.
there's any
That's the thing.
damage. Like, it's not
Yeah.
she fucking got concussed or
Yeah.
busted her face open. Or something.
Yeah, exactly.
As far as
I would totally take advantage of that as well. But she also did it again. That was the second one was a little wild.
Yeah.
She did it to her DJ. Now I'm confused. I don't know because it was just a Las Vegas show. So I'm like, is this not her regular DJ? Did they like hit her up a couple hours before and say, "Hey, yo, pull up,
Yeah.
quick appearance. Can you do this for us?"
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
didn't seem like a real concert
Mm-hmm.
thing. Like, yeah, it seemed like a club. Well, it was at a Dre's,
Mm-hmm.
which is like a pretty big club
Yeah.
venue thing
Yeah.
and in Vegas.
Yeah. It's like the after hours or the after party place.
So yeah, it was like one of those like guest appearances.
Yeah.
where they do like a little performance.
And apparently
the
the
DJ was like hijacking the set or something.
yeah, he was fucking up the whole time.
Yeah.
Apparently, the
Really?
music was either too loud or too low, or
Oh, really?
he's like cutting off songs way too early.
Really, so the whole thing was just shit. From the
Yeah, so
beginning.
she was probably already frustrated from time, and then
Yeah.
he did some shit again, and then she snapped.
You think you think she never consented to the water? That wasn't her idea, is what you're saying.
No, we're not talking about the water.
Oh,
We're talking about the DJ throw. She threw a mic at her DJ.
when did that happen?
That was the
Like
second
a
one.
day or two after or whatever.
Oh,
Yeah.
a different.
Yeah,
oh,
yeah,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so that one. I don't
She's
know
just
what's
throwing
going on with
mics.
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we're saying.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't.
And then I think there was another incident like a few years ago or something. I can't remember, but yeah.
Sometimes you gotta throw a mic. yo.
Yeah.
Happens, man.
Whatever, she might get battery. Apparently, that's what it said.
Nah,
Battery.
man, it's not gonna be that serious.
That might be a TMZ bullshit.
Throw that girl. You throw that girl. What? 50 bands. Call it a day, man. She doesn't have to work for the rest of the year.
Dog suit dude. That's the next one. Dog suit dude.
Oh,
What the fuck are we talking about
Look
with
at this
that?
order, bro. What are you talking about? What
I
kind
thought
of
we
order
getting
is
all the
this?
bullshit out of the way, bro.
Holy. Okay.
The real topics are coming, guys.
Dog suit dude.
What the fuck is that about?
Oh man, he spent like 20 racks or something like that, maybe
Yeah.
even more.
This
Something
white
crazy,
people
yeah.
shit.
20
Buffalo
racks.
Bills.
Japanese guy, right?
Yeah, Japanese guy spent 20 racks to basically get a costume that made him look like a dog. And it's actually a pretty good costume. It's
yeah.
not the best in the world, but it's a pretty good one.
Yeah.
He looks like a thick dog.
Yeah.
And
It's like a lassie dog or whatever.
yeah,
it's
I was
called.
impressed with it until I saw like video of it and shit like that.
Hmm.
And then I was like, wait, this guy, he's like Batman. Like he can't even move his neck.
Mm.
You know, he can't even move around properly, and he's just super thick.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's just it doesn't look exactly
It's not
like a
The
dog.
proportions are a little weird, because you're not
Yeah.
gonna fill out the face
Yeah,
as much as you need to for the body if you're still trying to be like a human-sized dog. You know what I mean?
yeah, exactly.
What?
Ian, we need you to
I know.
be
I know.
here on the
Yo,
podcast.
sorry. It's just like this is too
Soon,
distracting.
soon we're gonna have to turn off the TV because Ian cannot pay attention. This guy's over here talking about dog suits and shit, but he wants to watch fights
Bro.
because they can't see this. So now we're
I
talking
know.
about nothing.
I know.
All right. So, anyways, back to my Japanese nigga. Yeah, he's basically he got this dog suit. He spent a bunch of money on it. It looks okay. Dogs are tripping out, but I don't know. I don't know what he really expects to do with this. I think this is, quick collective bag kind of.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a good investment. He's right now. He said he's remaining anonymous, just because he mainly doesn't want his friends and family to kind of find out yet that he's the man behind the mask.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
He doesn't feel like getting called out for his weird habits and shit like that.
Yeah.
But right now he's just rolling around with some white lady, who I think she's like his manager or
Yeah.
whatever, taking care of him. So
Cool.
yeah, man, dog suit dude. If you guys haven't seen it, check him out. Also, this Chinese zoo, they got called out for having fake animals. I don't know if you guys heard about that.
Yeah, I did. So I actually did read the article.
Yeah.
And I saw the photos. I'm here to debunk it.
How are you here?
I'm
What are you here
here-
to debunk?
I'm here
that
to-
it's a real bear
It is. I'm gonna
Okay.
debunk that shit
with that
right.
flat ass.
So, okay, so yeah, these photos surfaced at a Chinese zoo of these bears, and they appear to be. First of all, these are very skinny bears. They're almost like, like skinny like a human, and they appear to be standing upright, which bears are known to do.
But that's too upright.
Standing upright like a human,
Yeah.
right? If this guy has the photo, put it on the screen. I don't know if you're gonna do that, but
I'll try to remember.
if you do, put it on the screen because it looks kind of goofy. And there's like a shot from behind where you kind of see it, and it kind of looks like human legs, and they're just like standing up like this in the exhibit, and it's like it looks goofy. Right? So I was like, yo, really? Like they're actually getting like, because people would think that's fake. Now the government, or certainly the government, whoever, maybe it's the government. I mean, everything's government owned there. Maybe it is the government. Whatever. Whoever's running the zoo is saying it's real. I did some quick Googles on the type of bears that are in that enclosure, and it's actually a bear from Asia that is not like any bear that's from here. It's called a sun bear,
Yeah.
and they're these Asian bears. Google sun bear, and you'll see how they're a lot skinnier. They have skinny legs. They walk differently. They're known to walk upright. They have fucking long tongues. Their tongues stick out like they're like this long. Bro. They're called sun bears. So there's like 4 or 5 different species of bears that are only in Asia, that part of Asia, and that's one of them. And if you look at photos of a sun bear, you'll see similar poses and similar bears that look like the ones in the zoo. So I actually think they're real, and I think they're not capping. I think the bears are real. I just think people think they're fake. What?
Look at this guy, bro.
It looks, I think it's just the way the photo, I think it's just that one photo that was captured made it look, it just captured the bear in a really funny pose, and it looks like it's fake. But if you look through, I looked through photos of this type of bear for like a while, and I started to be like, you know what, maybe that is real. Because I just think it's so crazy that that's a person in a suit. Like, how are you faking that? Why would you fake that when these bears exist? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't make any sense. I'm skeptic, and I'm gonna believe that the Chinese are telling the truth, but
Do they ever?
That's what I mean. Like,
not all the time. But it's
not
also
racist,
not.
but like this is
it's
something.
also
if,
not.
if anybody
yeah.
would be doing this,
It's the Chinese.
It's
Yeah.
not outland. It's not out of the ordinary,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
it's not crazy to say that
Yeah.
maybe they are faking it. But just because of, Now, if they had like a black bear looking like
Are
that,
sun bears endangered?
they are. There's
Yeah,
only
they are.
like 1,000 of them
So-
in like.
So, but they
esti-
have theirs. I
Are
think.
Chinese people endangered?
Yeah, but if there's.
you know what I mean? Like,
but
Don't
what a stupid.
I'm saying like they have people power. They can get shit done.
Yeah,
if they
yeah, yeah.
need to.
Yes, but okay. Well, just because there's estimated 1,000 alive in the wild, that doesn't mean there isn't any in
yeah,
captivity.
yeah. In the zoo,
You know what I mean? That's
yeah,
different.
Yeah,
There's species where there's like
Should the
estimated.
ones in the zoo be looking healthier though? Like,
No, they're pretty. They're the smallest species of bear.
yeah.
They look like that. They're
No,
really skinny.
I'm looking at when I looked at the photos, they do look a little bit like that,
Yeah.
Yeah,
but still,
and I think just the
you can
photo
tell
you
they're
captured,
bears though. Still,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
the
you know?
photo that was captured the bear in a weird fucking pose. Maybe it was like in motion, like standing up, and it looked fucking weird.
But it's a video.
It looks funny.
It's a video. That's just a screenshot. Even in the video, you're just like,
Yeah,
it just looks, and the skin on the body is just like
it's
ruffled.
like ruffled, like it
Looks
looks like
like
a suit.
it looks, yeah, no, it looks like some baggy pants.
Yeah.
It just doesn't fit properly, yo. So I don't know, man.
It would be crazy though. It would be a crazy story if they were faking animals at a zoo like that.
I think
But I think it's real. I think it's real. I think it's just like a funny photo that got captured in a weird position and it looks fake and people are just overanalyzing it and not realizing that is a type of bear and they do look like that. And they are funny looking bears. 'Cause
They are.
They have like these like scrawny, almost like dog-like legs and paws. And like they just have weird posture and yeah.
they look like those people that worked out and they lost a bunch of weight fast,
Yeah.
right? And so they have all this extra skin. But not the good ones, not like the muscular ones underneath, the ones that are just regular.
Yeah, like they didn't put any muscle
Yeah,
definition.
they just have a
on it,
regular
right?
body now. But,
Yeah.
but now
Yeah,
your
they
whole
just
nipple,
lost weight,
your whole nipples are drooping and shit now. You know, your whole back is falling apart.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on.
I think
with
it's
the
just
animals.
Twitter fucking making fun of it.
I don't know what's going on.
I'm debunking that one. But
That's the thing with Twitter too. Sometimes like the photos get photoshopped a little bit, and
Yeah,
you
yeah.
can't tell what like
Yeah.
sometimes like the Photoshop is like
yeah.
real enough where you don't tell the difference really off the top unless especially if you don't get like those community notes, right?
Man, that bear looked like it was a prison jumpsuit
Yeah.
with the ass just hanging. It was just crazy to me.
It's like, yeah, it does look like a fucking. Yeah. Because I've seen some pretty rare, real bear suits. Like, I just did this Bear Paws ad a couple weeks back.
Mhm.
We had, like, the whole thing with Bear Paws is they do these ads with people in, like, very realistic bear suits. Like, and they're like mimes. Like, they mime it. And they act like actual bears and
Furries,
stuff
yeah.
like that. Yeah, furries, sure. But these suits were really real, man.
Oh, man, those look
They
awesome.
looked really real, and then on camera, they looked really real because they're on camera. But yeah, just a comment. Like, you know, I've seen some really real bear suits. So yeah, maybe. I mean, if that's supposed to be a real bear suit, that does look fake.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, those bears do look funny. So maybe.
All right, I got a question. What would you rather? The dog suit dude be your son? A gay son? Or a whore daughter?
Yeah, this is why we are
Which one?
not woke.
Which
Like I
one?
said, a daughter.
Which one? A
they're-
whore daughter.
A whore daughter. Oh,
Yeah.
I used to just said daughter.
Which one do you pick?
Like, jeez. A daughter, the dog suit dude, trans dog, or the gay son.
I mean, I'm trying to think of who has more obstacles in life, the gay son or the or the dog
I'm cool
suit.
with the gay son.
Yeah.
I'm cool with the gay son.
I'm just trying to think. Is there anything negative about the dog suit other than like this takes up a lot of time and money and
The
effort?
whore
and,
daughter just sounds very stressful.
Yeah.
The gay son doesn't sound as stressful.
I was gonna say.
And then the dog suit
I think
dude,
gay
I
son
couldn't-
is the
I couldn't-
safest.
I
Yeah.
couldn't take that shit.
All you
serious.
have to do is just accept that he's
Yeah.
sucking dick and possibly a bottom.
Yeah.
What
You
if he's
know?
coming to you for like relationship advice?
I'm telling him to take that elsewhere.
Because because then it gets weird.
Yeah.
I'm not asking. I'm not going. I'm not letting my
Yeah,
daughter come to me for relationship advice either. You know?
Nah,
Fuck
go
that
to
shit.
your mother
Yeah.
or your sister or some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Where shall we explore to next, Ian?
Am I just leaning it today?
Actually,
leading
here,
it today.
here. We'll just get these out that way. The RIPs, the main RIPs. These guys
You
just passed recently. Go ahead, Ian. What were you gonna say?
Honestly, like the Angus Cloud shit actually bothered me today, just because like I don't know why. I just like for some fucking reason wasn't that surprised to hear it.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
it's just like, dude, really? I was like, fuck, man, I thought you would have been better than that.
Mm-hmm.
Cause like he just like seemed like one of those people that would end up doing that. Cause, but like it just showed that like his whole image was like this like kind of like depressed dude in the show and stuff like that. But then
Yeah,
that's
that was his
actually
first role.
but that's
You know,
actually
that
who
was
he is
him.
in real
Yeah.
life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he's not an actor.
Yeah.
As you guys may know,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't remember how he got on the show, but he was
Well,
not.
technically, he is now.
He
Yeah.
was not an
Yeah.
actor prior to the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, they kind of just hired this. They got him on. I can't remember. Sam, what's his face? Levinson found him or some shit, and they got him on. You know, and he's playing basically some version of himself in a way, a little more like dramatized, obviously, but you know, and I'm like shit, and then the fact that he OD'd. I believe he OD'd. I don't know all the news.
I don't think they released all that shit yet.
Yeah.
And so the
They
OD
just
thing's
said that
just a
his
rumor.
dad passed away. Like
His dad passed away
earlier
last
this
week.
Yeah.
Okay, so the OD thing is I don't know if that's true. Never mind. But I like to hint that he took his life because it just seems like too much of a coincidence that like
Yeah, it definitely looks like he.
like if his dad passed and like a week later
And
he
he's
passes.
been one of those like people who's outspoken about his like mental health.
mental
issues.
health
Yeah.
and like this could be someone who's very emotionally fragile. Something like that could trigger you to do it as well.
I think that's what was said in the statement.
That happens.
He was taking it hard.
quite a
yeah,
bit. That
he
happens.
Was, he wasn't to take it. He wasn't
Yeah.
able to take it
that
too easy.
happens a lot actually. Like people losing their loved ones and then
That happened.
taking their life as well. Pretty
that
soon
happened
after.
with that delivery driver. Did you see that?
No.
This delivery driver, I think it was an Uber guy. He got an order somewhere. He pulled up.
Oh, the one that died recently.
Yeah, and those guys
Uber
killed
Eats-
him.
Yeah.
Those guys killed him, and then his mom, she killed herself when she found out.
Oh
Damn.
no.
Yeah. A couple days later, she killed
So
herself.
you don't realize when you do crazy shit like that, man. Like
how many people you're
you're
affecting.
affecting so many people, and
Yeah.
like those people took 2 lives, bro.
Yeah, you took 2 lives now.
You took 2 lives, bro. It's just like so fucked, and
Off
it
of
was like the
nonsense.
most senseless violence. You're just murdering a guy who's just like trying to like because. I know how much those guys get paid. I've done it. They don't make a lot of money,
Not
and
at
he's
all.
just an international student trying to scrape together basically barely minimum wage.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like you're fucking taking his life, and then his family wants to, take their
Yeah,
life
like these
too.
guys
man.
don't have any money. Like all the money is going towards their family or their
Yeah.
education
Yeah, their
or something.
education.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Their education's already 10 times what ours is.
Yeah.
yeah.
Also, like, I was talking to my friends at work because they were talking about, like, taking their tests for becoming citizens and shit. And they're, like, talking about the process. Like, yo, bro, in total, we need, like, almost $6,000 to even
Yeah.
do what we need to do. And I'm like,
Yeah.
that's fucked because
Yeah, yeah.
they make it seem like you guys come here and you make that much money.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And we're already having all these issues with refugees being homeless, sleeping on the streets of Toronto.
Citizens are struggling
All
to
this
make
shit.
money, man.
Yeah,
Alone.
exactly. Like, we barely make
International
money.
student with or whatever, an immigrant with like limited resources to get a job, education. Also, when you're a student, they only let you work a certain number of hours.
Yeah.
So you're almost expected to just come here caked.
Yeah.
Because like if you can't work, then where are you getting the money? Like your family must already have it.
Yeah.
That's why I guess international students are usually rich, but not all of them, right? Some of them are just barely making it. But yeah, like no, our system is fucked, and like getting and just like becoming a citizen in Canada is actually really tough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I understand. Kind of understand why, but I think it's a little excessive.
I understand why as well.
You're becoming the
but I
citizen
agree.
of one of like the highest quality of life.
Yeah.
They claim we have one of the highest
Yeah.
quality of lives in the world. You're getting like one of the strongest passports in the world,
Mm-hmm.
et cetera, et cetera. But it is like a guy I know who, has lived here. It took him 10 years to become a citizen.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? He owns a condo here. He owned a condo before he was a citizen. He speaks fluent English. He lived here 10 years. He finally became a citizen.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it was kind of crazy. Like,
Yeah, it's not something that you
He's
do.
married, everything.
It's not like the first thing you do. It's something that you do once you pretty
yeah,
much
yeah,
get your all
yeah,
your
yeah.
life
He's like,
together.
fuck. He's like, I
Then
guess
you-
I become a citizen
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
Like,
It at the point, yeah. By the time you can do it, it doesn't matter. Really.
yeah, basically,
Yeah.
basically. You know,
Yeah.
the only thing he's able to do was like, I guess, not get deported or some shit.
Mm.
Yeah.
I guess if you're not a citizen,
Yeah.
you can get deported if you do some crazy shit. But that was like the only thing.
Yeah, all that shit's
Can you
ass.
vote? I guess you can vote now too. Or can you vote if you're not a citizen, or do you have to be? I can't remember.
All those things too, bro.
But-
even if you
and those things don't even
you
matter.
You put a regular citizen that's born here. What you ask one of
Yeah,
us
you tell them to do
half
all
of those
that,
questions. You ask me to sing the national
yeah.
anthem.
Yeah.
Golly, bro, you'll send me somewhere else. Like, bro, he's an alien. He's not from over here, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know, man. It's tough for those people. Also, R.I.P. Paul Rubens, Pee Wee. He passed. He was battling cancer for a few years, secretly, quietly, privately, and he just passed. So R.I.P. to him. And then was the last one? I can't even see.
Sinead
O'Connor.
Yeah, Sinead O'Connor. How did she pass? I didn't even.
They didn't. I think another one they didn't say.
I think she
but
took her
didn't
life,
say?
but
Yeah.
based
okay.
on what they're saying,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
so
okay.
yeah, she was like 56 or something like that.
True.
So
So yeah, RIPs. Those are the main RIPs. Obviously, other people have died, but prayers up to everybody, all those families, and just hopefully everybody can get through. Everybody can get through. Random fun fact, just to get out of the sad shit. Golden Sun was released today, 22 years ago. Fun fact: have you ever played Golden Sun, Ian?
no,
Golden Sun's a great game.
Yeah.
I think it's actually one of my favorite video games.
Golden
Yeah.
Sun. What was
Yeah.
that on?
GBA.
Yeah,
Game Boy Advance.
yeah, Game Boy Advance.
What is
days.
it? What kind of game is it?
RPG.
I don't know
It's-
shit about that.
Yeah, it's a role
Okay.
player game. It's one of those
Okay.
ones where it's like you have your basic story and whatnot, but then it's like one of those ones where you battle in turns and shit like that.
Okay.
Almost like I don't want to say a Pokemon, but
Yeah.
sure, something like
Yeah,
that.
like a Final. Yeah, JRP. Like a Final,
Final
Fantasy.
Fantasy. Thanks. Yeah, Final Fantasy.
There's
Yeah,
a game I'm trying to remember that was on Super Nintendo that was like that, but I am blanking out right now.
Yeah.
Chrono Trigger.
Chrono Trigger.
Chrono Trigger.
Kinda like that,
Another-
right?
Yeah, same
Yeah.
vibe. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
same
Chrono
vibes.
Trigger. That's the game.
Yeah.
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 But yeah, Golden Sun. Just shouts out to Golden Sun. I wish they would do some type of.
They've done some remakes, but nothing crazy. And no. I think there was a third game that came out for DS or something,
But it wasn't
as good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it wasn't as good.
Yeah.
I just want this one the original one to get re-released again on something else. Put on Switch or some shit.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
And it was also
I'd love
two
to play
games. The two games are it's like the first two games are connected story wise, so you play both of them, and the first one is, and then the second one is like a prequel. So they could do a whole remaster of both of them
Yeah.
in one with like some bonus shit.
Yeah,
It's a nice story, nice world, nice music.
I really like role player games like that. Those are the games I noticed that I was the most drawn to as a kid.
Same.
Just being able to strategize more, choosing the right people on your team to use
Yeah.
and shit like that. It was just always a good time.
Yeah, the more I like to use RPG games a lot as like analogies, like when you're thinking about how teams work together and stuff, where like the whole point of these games is like you as an individual player, whether you're like only playing as yourself or you're playing as a party or you can play multiplayer, that the character you're controlling has like a certain amount of strengths and weaknesses. You can be like an all-around character, but that means you can't be the best at one thing.
Yeah.
If you're going to be the best at one thing, that means you're probably the worst at something else. So you need
Exactly.
somebody else to.
Yeah.
If you want to be the attacker, somebody's got to be the healer. Somebody's got to be
Yeah.
the long range guy, the magic guy. You need all of those things. So it's
Exactly.
like good life lessons of like how to find people's strengths and weaknesses.
And in those games, some of them. There was just one I was just playing. I was playing it on my my emulator. I can't remember the name obviously right now, but it has thing from Smash Bros. The guy with the sword, the big ass sword.
Not Roy. Roy? Not Roy.
Not Roy. The other one. Is it Roy? No, it's not Roy.
The Fire Emblem characters.
Fire Emblem.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Fire Emblem.
I was playing
Yeah.
Fire Emblem, and it's just I was playing that one recently. I'm almost done. I have to actually finish with the last part. But it's also deciding in those games who to let go if you need to. Bro.
Yeah.
Just knowing that you're way too weak. You haven't been leveling up like I thought.
Yeah.
You might need to die in this battle.
Yeah.
And I might have to be
Fire
okay
Emblem
with that.
especially because like you bring them in and like you're like sometimes those guys are gonna die. Like
Yeah, you're just like
you can't do anything
I'll
about
keep
it.
you in the back. Like
Yeah.
that's all I can do.
That's the best you can do.
That's
Yeah.
all I can do. But
Yeah.
if the troops come up from behind, pause. Yo, it's kind of done for you.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I love games like that. It's just those games are just always fun. Great strategizing games, and usually just a fun, quick, efficient story. You know? Yeah. What are we looking at on time?
We're not
40.
flashing. Hey, what's up?
40?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do a 20-minute topic. What do you want to do? Which one?
Aliens?
Let's do the aliens,
All right.
since I think the other one will be a longer one.
Yeah.
Since you guys probably have a lot to say. I do too. The aliens. It's crazy. Because how do I say this? They've been hinting at it for a while, right? Like, I think this new, updated information with the aliens it's kind of really solidified, like, okay, they're actually talking about it. They went to Congress, they went to the government about it, these three dudes, because these guys have been talking about aliens for a while, or at least two of them have been. The third one, which is the main guy now, who's come out with the new information.
What's his name again?
David Grush.
David Grush. Yeah.
David Grush. Yeah, there's David Grush. There's Graves, and then there's Commander Fravor, who has been talking about. He's the original Tic Tac guy.
Yeah.
The Tic Tac story they've been talking about for fucking years. Like, he's been on Rogan multiple times. Yada yada yada. There's the documentarian that was there in the background, sitting behind them. He's been on Rogan a bunch of times. He was talking about it. So yeah, it's the same kind of characters that have been talking about it, but now they've actually went to Congress and they've been questioned about it under oath and have essentially, answered some questions, but they're not going to answer the juicy questions because, well, they claim, or he claims, Grush claims that, I can't say this publicly. I can't say this. Like, he, because he could, who knows what could happen. If this is like actual news, actual information that they can't share with the public, he's like declassifying classified information, which, that he'd be like the next Snowden.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If he does that shit, they'll put him in jail. It'll be a big fucking thing. So he can't say it. He has to say it behind closed doors in a skiff, they call it, which is like basically a room that they talk about classified information that supposedly no information or can get leaked out of it. It's just between the people in that room. So he claims he can answer all these tough questions, like literally, do aliens exist? Have we seen them? Do we have the bodies? Do we have the craft? Where are they from? He claims he can say specific names of who was involved and etc. And I was like, that's crazy, man. But of course they can't say it. He can somewhat hint at it being true, but he can't say if it's true.
Yeah.
And it sucks because I want to know. Everyone wants to fucking know.
Everyone just wants
and I don't even
real
know
proof. That's what it is.
without saying, yeah, man. Like, I literally need to see them pull a carcass out and be like, "Yo, this is the alien. This is the fucking.
This is the alien we fucked.
This is the alien. I need or like concrete, legit images in 4K of the aliens or the spacecraft or whatever. But we're not gonna see it. Will we ever see it? I don't know. Like, shit would have to get legit.
I think we will. We're gonna see something. I don't know if it's gonna be now. It's gonna be later on.
I think it's
for
gonna be
sure.
soon, man. Like,
I hope within the next 10 years or so we can all just come to an agreement that we need to know more about this alien
can
shit.
Anonymous like hack and fucking leak it, or
I've always wondered, yo.
Someone.
I always wonder what
Can
the fuck
someone figure
Anonymous
it
is
out?
doing on days off.
can we figure this out, man? Can we, like, if they can hack NASA and all that shit, like, can they not hack? I don't know. Do we need another Snowden to come in and do it?
I don't
Do
know.
we need? What's your guys' opinion on it? Like, do you believe it? Do you think this is like too good to be true? Or?
I don't think it's too good to be true. The one good thing, the way I looked at it, I'm like, it's good that there is somebody with this much security clearance saying this much shit. There's somebody that's high ranking we can confirm if you just do a quick Google search on him, it is confirmed. Yes, he worked in these places.
He's real. He was a real guy.
He's doing these
Some
things.
actor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's not, like that main dude that was on. Remember that one guy that was on Rogan who worked at Area 51?
Right. It was.
And he was saying they were reverse engineering the spaceships. And
What was that guy's name?
I can't remember his name.
Yeah. What about him?
It's just better than him.
Yeah.
He seemed like
it's
a
a better-
phony.
He seems at times, but at times
seems like a
he
phony.
was saying things that made complete sense to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was like he didn't have access to everything. He would work on one part of the ship
Yeah.
and try to reverse engineer it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And a lot of time he's like, "Yeah, bro, we can't even begin to think where this started from."
Yeah.
You know?
I was gonna do. I don't think it's an Oppenheimer spoiler, but it's kind of the way like they worked in Oppenheimer, where
Yeah.
they separate people, so you don't know
guy's
what
name
the
is-
whole thing is.
Yeah,
going
exactly.
You're referring to Bob Lazar, correct?
Bob Lazar, yes.
Right. Okay. Bob
Yeah.
Lazar.
On. They bring in these specialists to only work on their task, and they
Parts.
wouldn't know
Exactly.
the whole picture.
The whole picture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only a
The
handful.
thing with the
Yeah.
Bob Lazar story is I've heard him tell that story multiple times on multiple platforms, and he's been talking about this for a very long time, like decades, right? His ability to, I think one of the things that like kind of shows that he isn't lying or truly believes what he's saying is just like his ability to like tell the story for fucking like decades the same exact way without
Yeah.
no slip ups or contradictions.
Yeah, exactly.
And like usually people who lie and lie about something for long periods of time, they usually slip up.
Yeah,
They
the little
usually-
details will
they
catch you.
usually
Yeah.
say something different or
Yeah.
word it differently. He's consistently told this story about the aliens, like about the working on the spacecraft and everything, consistently the same way. And just the way he says it, he's very believable. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So I think that's one thing that sticks with me with Bob Lazar. I mean, he might just be a master at like consistently telling the same story. Maybe I'm sure people can do it,
Yeah.
but I mean, that's just one point to bring up that I don't know. I don't think a lot of
That's
people.
the part
don't
about
bring
it
up.
that like really that would annoy me if somebody goes to that length to just lie to people
Yeah.
who are like a little bit gullible about
Yeah,
wanting to believe in aliens.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
You know, it's like why would one person, let alone like this many people who have had these types of jobs, just start lying? Is like a bag? Are you really just trying to make a bag out
Exactly,
of
you
people?
know, like for somebody like him, I'm sure this is not the publicity he wants.
Yeah, exactly.
He doesn't
yeah.
seem like the type of person that even really wants that much attention.
Yeah.
I think he just wants to bring attention.
People
to
still think he's
something.
crazy. You know, he's been getting called like a crazy person by
Yeah.
lots of people for a long time. So hasn't been like really positive press. Per
It's the
se.
same
Yeah.
shit you see in the
You know what I mean?
movies
Like,
too, where it's like
he
that
looks like a tinfoil hat guy.
the skeptical scientist who like knows what
Yeah.
actually went down, but they're like sick of like talking about it because anybody who questions them or whatever will immediately start calling them crazy. And then shit too, like I mean, in the movies, and this is the thing too. It happens in real life too, where the government will like run a smear campaign on that person.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
Now
discredit them as much as they can.
yeah.
I'm wondering why this is happening. I mean, there's a reason to everything, right?
I think it's because they're concerned.
Okay, who's concerned?
The guys that are outing this information.
They're concerned, but why is the government entertaining this? Is the question.
I think
I
I
understand.
think in their situation, the Congress, they're not privy. They want to know too.
Yeah, they're as we know, the entire U.S. government doesn't speak to each other.
Yeah, exactly.
They have
Yeah.
classified information. Congress and Senate don't know shit.
Again, it's
the
in
president
the
doesn't know
movies,
everything.
you know, it's that thing where it's like that secret unit where like
Yeah.
somebody who's like fucking like the general of the army wouldn't know that this division exists. You know, like that
Yeah,
shit where it's
there's,
like
like, some
high
ex-
up people doesn't know this.
Yeah, there's like
Yeah.
higher
Yeah,
up,
like
higher
the
up.
team for
like you
that
know,
killed Bin Laden.
yeah, you know, like in Transformers,
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, like they don't know about those guys.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
the
all that work
president.
that
There's
they've been
lots
doing.
of stuff the president does.
Yeah.
Well, Biden doesn't know. His administration doesn't know what's going
Yeah,
on. They're
yeah.
probably getting information just as quick as the Senate is, like getting this information.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? You know.
Yeah, but I think it's they have information that we're fucked. And it's like, you know what, we might as well let people know some information now. That way, whenever these aliens decide to pull up or take over or My theory is that they're just in the ocean.
Waiting.
When they just come out the ocean, like whole gang
Their
of them.
empires are all built already.
Yeah, they have all shit
It's
under
like
the
Mass
water.
Effect, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
That shit was in the water. when they come
Exactly.
out.
Yeah.
And they just pull up. They've been here, right?
Can you imagine if like everything that was said on Ancient Aliens is facts, bro?
Same. And the guy with the hair, yo.
The pyramids are like tower portal things or some shit.
Imagine if
and
we all die from alien invasion.
that'd be
pretty
pretty
sick.
weak, man. Like, of all the,
Would it
think
be
it's pretty
sick?
sick.
I don't
Would
think
be
they would kill us. I feel like they would enslave us or something.
I think they'd kill us.
They
I
kill
think they
most
kill
of
us for our resources. And then,
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Fuck
But
off.
why wouldn't they do that?
Drain
why wouldn't
the
they have done that already,
oceans.
though?
You know what I mean?
I don't know.
Why haven't they done it already?
Yeah,
maybe
they're
they're-
waiting
they're
for
waiting
us
for
at our like
something.
most vulnerable moment or
Yeah,
something.
they're
like-
waiting for
Or
something.
they're just waiting for us to fuck up and destroy the world ourselves.
Yeah,
And
I don't
then
know.
they could pull up. I don't know.
Austin Talks Podcast.
So I have it's not my theory. I heard it from a comment,
Mm-hmm.
and I started to think about it, and then I read a couple other things, and I'm like, what if this guy David Grush thinks he's telling the truth, but he's not, but he doesn't know because he's been duped, he's been finessed
Mm-hmm.
by the government, by someone or some entity to believe that this is real, to then be a whistleblower to tell the world that this is happening when it's really not. And it's some weird distraction from something else that's happening, or there's some long-term motive behind this information being leaked and it's not true. And yeah, he just thinks it's true. And they've convinced one man so well that he thinks he's a whistleblower, but he's not. And I think that's actually a very strong possibility. Just my 2 cents. You know what I mean? And now I know I'm just denying the whole alien thing right now by saying that. And this is never not actually happening. Aliens probably don't exist. Or if they do, we haven't actually talked to them or seen them. But, you know, I'm not going to say that's not the case.
I don't personally.
I don't want it to be.
I don't
want
get the point in that fully.
Yeah.
I don't get the point in that.
Yeah, but I also don't get the point in the government entertaining this nonsense completely.
But it's not necessarily nonsense.
To them, I feel like it would be nonsense. Because you're right. Maybe they are opening their ears finally.
At the end of the day, we got to be prepared.
Yeah.
Well, maybe they know that more people wanted to come. Or maybe they know this is bigger than one person, and but they also know that if they let this one person come out in the media, still more than half of the people in general are gonna be like, this guy's crazy. So
Yeah.
they'll just let it, fizzle out itself.
Well, why
kinda
don't they
thing,
just
you
let
know?
him talk? Why is he? Well, I guess he's scared of whistleblowing.
Yeah.
It's not
Is
even
that if
just
they're gonna-
necessarily that. A lot of the information that he probably has, people just aren't even ready to hear.
I'm sure we are.
I'm sure we're not. Have you seen people?
What would happen if he's like, yeah, these are aliens, and we had definitive
There'd be
proof,
mass hysteria.
and this is what they look like, and maybe they're not the little gray alien dude that we.
I mean, okay, so let's say that it's not that. It's like they've been living among you for thousands of years
Yeah.
now.
It could be your best friend. It could be your
Yeah.
cousin.
You don't even know if you're an alien or not.
It could be the guy.
Now
it could be, a lot of them work at Chick-fil-A.
With the one that girl, the girl saw on the plane, bro.
Yeah.
You're not who you are, bro.
Yeah.
That was crazy. I believe that white lady. Bro.
Or they're just fucking invisible. Yeah. And then once in a while when we take a shroom or something, you pop something a little.
And then you see them.
Yeah.
I just feel like
Fuck, dude.
I feel like if we really had the answers that all of us are looking for right
Yeah.
off the bat, if he just
Yeah.
came out and was like, "All right, yeah, there's a bunch of lizard people. It's mostly the government. They've been
Yeah.
here since the beginning of time. They've been running shit. They helped build the pyramids. Tim Cook and Steve Jobs are both aliens.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Like, this is the technology that we've been getting from them. We've been trying to release this. We've been trying to do these things slowly. That's why your iPhones and your shits drop every year. That's why there's always new technology. That's why we've been boosting up with the AI shit. Da 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 da.
It's not.
They're amongst us right now. They're in the
been,
public,
and they have been for thousands.
and
of
they
years.
have been for thousands
They
and
built the
thousands of
pyramids.
years.
Yeah.
That's the whole-
Stonehenge, pyramids.
That's whole ancient aliens.
Yeah.
Like,
Everything.
yeah.
Yeah. Everything.
Theory.
Yeah.
They're saying Jesus He's an alien.
Yeah, yeah.
Right, right.
Yeah, every religion, aliens, yeah.
They were just in human form, but
Yeah.
like, I mean, yeah, maybe Jesus was an alien. 'Cause he had superpowers.
Yeah.
Some crazy shit, walking on water.
I mean, think about that
Could have
too.
been an alien, bro.
I was thinking about this the other day. Like, let's say like Jesus or God, the next, you know, in all these religions, they always talk about there's gonna be like the next manifestation of God. Let's imagine that person actually came to Earth. They wouldn't be able to convince the whole population that they're God because
Exactly.
we've
Same way
tried this
Jesus
before.
couldn't.
Yeah, we tried this before many times with many different people. Buddha couldn't
Yeah.
do it. Jesus couldn't do it. You know, like,
Dude,
fucking
I'm
COVID.
just-
You know, like we couldn't get the entire population to decide
Yeah.
on like if COVID is real or fake, or if it was built in a lab, or if it was if it was this or that. Like we can't get a consensus on anything. So like
I need to
aliens,
do a lot of
you know.
fucking drugs again because I need to open my mind.
I was gonna say we have
Because
to
now
mushroom soon.
I'm just like questioning my consciousness now again. Like, is this even real right now? Like,
That's what I'm
what's
saying, man.
happening? You guys can't explain why we're conscious, how we're conscious. You know what I mean? And it's like, is it now aliens?
Yeah, man.
Or the reason why we're conscious?
Before you were saying that.
We aliens? Maybe we're aliens.
Before.
Yeah.
I
Maybe
think, I think we
Well,
are.
that is a theory.
Maybe
no,
we
that is
came
a
here.
that's
No,
a that's a
that's-
very
I genuinely think we are.
Like, we can't remember.
that's actually a very
or our
reasonable
past-
scientific theory that we came from an asteroid.
We
Yeah.
allegedly, some people have the theories that we came from the asteroid that killed the dinosaurs.
Yeah, yeah.
That's some next shit.
Yeah.
With no facts.
I mean, the
to back
other
it up,
theory,
but-
other than
other
that,
than
is
just
that
wildly
the
saying
things
it.
that we descended from or evolved from
Yeah.
during the time of the dinosaurs were like these fucking little marsupial dog-looking things, and the things that we evolved from didn't die because we were
They
so
were
small.
extraterrestrial or
No,
if
'cause we were so
if
small.
we lived on this planet and we evolved from mammals, you know, we went from
Right.
whatever, from things that turned
right,
into
right.
land
You're
creatures.
right because there was there was a time where there were no mammals.
Yeah,
on
exactly. It
Earth,
was all
and
fish and
There
insects.
was eventually
Yeah.
something walked up on land.
Yeah.
This is again across millions
The
of
whales,
years.
yeah, the whales walked on land and went back into the water, and then
Yeah, and they didn't walk up on land like they walked up on land.
Yeah.
But we're talking about millions.
yeah,
of
over millions of years.
years
yeah.
of evolution of animals slowly creeping up onto land and being able to walk on land and actually grow legs and yada yada yada. And you're right. I mean, at one point there were no mammals, and then we started. There was something called the first mammal,
yeah,
whether it was like a little fucking rat
yeah.
type of animal, and I guess we did start from that because
Yeah.
there were no mammals
Well, it
before.
went to there to like the
Yeah.
apes. The apes became a thing, and then to us.
Again, across millions.
But it's
of
like yeah,
years.
at some because the other thing, you know,
Millions.
archaeologists are always looking for that
Yeah.
like the common link or whatever, that thing that like
and they can't find it.
yeah. What if that it was just you know, an alien pulled up, fucked one of these these things, you know, these
Fucked an alligator.
yeah,
And
then
it
that's
planted the seed for the next millions of years of crazy evolution
Yeah.
until now an intelligent being that is probably likely set to destroy this planet.
yeah.
Or, you know.
And
I mean,
and the alien was just like it looked like us.
there's also just the
They were just a
concept.
million years ahead.
Do you guys
they're millions of
believe
years ahead,
do you
know?
guys believe we're the last intelligent species on this planet?
No.
Or do you believe there will be another era of intelligent beings and that being might exist now or some form of it
on
might
its way now? Yeah.
Yeah, it could be like giant. It could be lizards. It could
Yeah.
be intelligent lizards. That could be a thing.
I mean, lizard people is a
I mean,
Lizard
Theory,
people
yeah.
have been around.
we have
yeah.
no definitive proof that the dinosaurs were not heading in that direction.
yeah.
The dinosaurs never went extinct.
I mean,
If
they
you were
lived
to-
for hundreds of millions of
If you were
years.
to
So
fast forward time another 100 million years, assuming the sun didn't explode or there wasn't some extinct event, and dinosaurs did live on, you know what I mean? What if dinosaurs were fucking walking around and you know, driving cars,
yeah.
doing shit? You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like,
I mean, even
Maybe.
like we don't know if they did that right now. Like all their shit could have been whatever. Like we just can't see it. You know, it's the same thing where it's like,
that's pushing it.
yeah, no,
That's
yeah.
not pushing it, bro. The Earth got rocked, bro.
We've
You
been
They could have
everything
wiped out
we've-
their whole highways.
Everything we've accomplished has been in 100,000 years, and dinosaurs lived for hundreds of millions of years, right? So it's
Yeah.
They lived longer than us.
All we have
Yeah.
is real fossils. We
Yeah,
don't really
yeah.
have like maybe there were dinosaur cities. Is that what you're trying to say? Dinosaur
anything.
cities. Dinosaurs going to work.
they
Like,
could have.
yeah,
They could have cut from time, you know. They could be. They could have found space travel, and they're like, "Yo, fuck this, we're out of here."
Yeah,
Like,
some of them dipped out before.
Wait a minute,
the
wasn't that a Rick and Morty episode?
Yeah,
That was a Rick and Morty episode.
Yeah.
that's
They
what
came
happened,
back,
man.
right? And
Yeah.
they're like, shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also going off of your whole intelligent beings, it could even just be AI.
Right. I mean,
That's
that's
the next thing.
that is what we think is gonna happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we become so
We're also seeing fucking killer whales and stuff squatting up now. and
Yeah.
Sharks are ganging up now. It
That's
seems
what
like
I'm saying, man.
well. There are
something's in the water.
some animals are becoming more intelligent. Yeah. But what I was gonna say, yeah, we think that maybe humans will eventually. Our version of evolving in the future is essentially AI taking over, or us not even needing to be a physical being, and rather just our consciousness is hooked up to an AI, like a centralized AI system or robot or whatever you want to call it that just controls everything.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And it's just like the Earth is just one big server
Yeah.
hooked up to something,
Yeah.
and like there is no humans anymore.
Yeah.
It's just like conscious stream of thoughts and ideas. There's nothing, just that. You know what I mean? Like
It's not. It sounds like
'Cause we don't
futuristic, but like
reproduce
we're
anymore.
like half.
Yeah, we're almost
like
there.
halfway
Yeah.
there already. You know?
Because it starts with that type of shit starts with nanobots.
hey man, birth
Yeah.
rate's already going down.
Once
People don't want to
you-
fuck anymore.
Once you
Or
can
have
get
kids,
people to not have to worry about
happening.
being sick or dying
Yeah.
anymore, then you're good. From
Living
there,
forever.
You can live forever.
Yeah.
You can figure shit out. That's the point where I wish I was like, yeah, I wish I was alive during those times.
Yeah.
I just want to see how crazy shit would be. I'm sure it'd be really fucked up still, but it'd be like just different, you know? Just knowing a man can't die.
Yeah.
Or to kill him, bro, we have to go to the deepest depths of the earth and unplug some wires.
Yeah. Yeah.
It'd be fucking crazy. But yeah, man.
But yeah, I just the aliens, man. Like, I think we'll hear something. I think we'll hear more about it.
Mm-hmm.
Whether we will see proof is a whole different story. I think it's gonna take someone to really fucking be like, yo, just leak this shit.
I think there has to be like some type of threat.
Like the next Snowden. Oh, like they're forced to share it with us
Yeah.
because they have no choice.
Yeah.
You're like in Arrival where it's like they're there. You can't not.
They're here
They're
now.
there. Yeah.
Yeah,
you know,
it's
they're here.
so blatantly obvious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It,
Like-
it won't be something where it's
like-
like, okay, guys, story time. We're gonna start telling.
All right, you guys
know.
saw an alien put up to STC.
Since you guys have been so good this year, we're gonna
Yeah.
like no, it's not gonna be like that.
Yeah,
you know?
there's
Like,
Like the
There's a-
aliens literally hijack TV or
Yeah.
CNN and
some shit,
yeah.
or our minds, bro. They
Or
send a
s-
whole message out.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's the other thing about it too. It's like, what are we trying to get updated on? Because obviously, if the aliens are here, they're more advanced than us. So there are things that they can do
Exactly.
intelligently that are way beyond our.
That's
like,
the whole point
our,
that people just
processing,
miss,
you know?
man. Because I hate when people think, oh yeah, when the aliens get here, yeah, we'll fuck them up. I'm like, bro, if the aliens got here, that's your biggest concern.
Yeah.
We can't even leave our galaxy. We could barely. It takes us how long just to get to fucking Saturn,
Yeah.
bro? They got here. How long did it take them?
Exactly.
You know, people don't get that.
Yeah.
That means there's different types of technology that you're not even aware of. That you
Like
can't
I don't even
comprehend.
know if we would be able to, the best case scenario would be, let's say it was like a dumb life form who has space travel that's like equivalent to ours, where they can just send out a ship and like freeze them, and then when they wake up wherever they crash. So it's like these beings that are like on our level or like maybe even less than us, like they're like where we were in the 60s. They crash on our planet, and then those guys are just, they're dumb. No, like that doesn't, like
Yeah.
we couldn't do that. Like we wouldn't be able to just send out a couple of random humans, just go crash on a planet and like see what happens. Like
See what's up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
For
if
fun.
we can't do that, then
We'll get fucking wrecked.
yeah, like the baseline is like, the baseline for an alien to reach us is like they have to be, I don't know what the measure is, but they have to be way more advanced.
more
than us.
advanced.
Yeah.
way more advanced. I'm
Yeah.
almost surprised to hear that that they claim that Russia's claiming that that there are bodies, non-human
Yeah.
claims bodies,
Yeah.
because I almost would think they wouldn't send I almost said humans. They wouldn't send their species anywhere.
But you also got to think
across
about
the
it.
galaxy
Yeah,
because
yeah,
why
yeah.
would you do that?
You got to think
You
about
can
it.
send drones and
Yeah.
and AI and
But they're probably so advanced. That's light.
like it's a light travel. Like
Yeah.
they got here clearly.
They're so advanced
Yeah.
that by the time we found out let's say this alien dude crash landed here and da 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 da. They are already so advanced that them sending that alien dude was old school shit to them.
Yeah.
And years from now, we could probably get something else, and it's a fucking I don't even know what. It's just a fucking entity that's just walking around telling us what's good.
Yeah.
So like sending people, that's probably their basic, almost like in Interstellar, the little Lazarus project where they send
Yeah.
out the first guys. Like, okay, cool,
Yeah.
go check out those planets.
Yeah.
We'll see if we can get somebody out there for
Yeah.
you guys in a bit.
Yeah.
You know,
right.
with the new shit that we got. That's how it is, man. Because they're deep, so time is completely different for them.
Yeah.
Right,
That's the thing
right.
about it is like their concept of time, and that's the thing that sticks out to me in Arrival too. The biggest
Yeah,
thing to that is
it's
like
time.
time is like nothing to them,
Yeah.
and it's not that it's everything to us, but the way that it is so much more consuming of our attention and our brain power
Yeah.
compared to how they're thinking about time. It's just like, you know, the other part of it too is like, imagine if we did have the capability to pull up on a planet and the most intelligent being was like a cat or something.
Sure.
Like, we wouldn't be able to communicate with them because they're cats. So it's like we're not actually able to have like we could maybe
actual
get like a
conversation.
thing where they understand pieces, but you're not able to actually like pass on knowledge and things like that, right? So
Exactly.
like that might be the thing that like the aliens just can't get across the information that they might even be wanting to get to us, especially if the fucking U.S. government is they're the intermediaries between this. Like, they're not gonna be able to get shit done. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like,
Especially, again, how shit happen in Arrival? I'm like, that's exactly
Yeah.
how shit would happen.
Yeah.
Here, bro. We'd be fucking nervous at first and try to be cool, but then the first sign of any type of threat,
Somebody's shooting, yeah.
somebody's gonna start shooting.
yeah,
And it's gonna most likely be America, Russia,
yeah,
or China.
yeah.
And you're gonna start shooting.
Someone's gonna start shooting and start letting off some bombs.
And that's that's a funny part of Oppenheimer too, where it's like you
Mm-hmm.
think that, and you feel like that. You feel like the atomic bomb is like the world ender because it is our world ender.
Yeah.
But the fucking aliens would be looking at that like
Light, bro.
yeah, like a mosquito.
They're like,
bite,
oh,
you
that
know?
might hurt.
yeah. Oh yeah. I might need a bandage. for
Yeah,
that
we
or something.
might. That might hurt us a bit,
Yeah.
you know? But our regular guns, missiles, all that regular shit, it's not going to do shit to them.
Yeah.
Not gonna do nothing to them.
What do you guys? If there was an alien, like what do you guys think it would look like? The being. What do you guys imagine it to look like? In a
Genuinely,
serious way, like not no cartoon or like sci-fi shit.
I mean, it can be anything, right?
that's
could
that's
be
why I'm
anything.
struggling to
Yeah.
imagine
yeah.
for me,
what it could look like.
for me personally, again, I go right back to the ocean. I'm talking about octopus, jellyfish, something like that.
Yeah. That's why that's another reason with Arrival where like I feel very like the design of those aliens is like
Yeah.
pretty. That's what I would imagine.
It's like
where it's something where it's like
Flying Dutchman.
you can see it, but you still don't get
Davy
it.
Jones,
Yeah,
whatever.
you still
Even
don't
when
fully
you
understand.
even in Arrival when
Yeah.
you see the full image of it, you still don't get it. Like,
Yeah.
how
Yeah.
that is a body that like operates. You know what I mean?
right.
And the other part of it too is like I think we might not even have a choice in it where it's like the aliens would decide what they would
What they
want
would
to look like.
They might even look like us. They pull up here trying to look like
yeah,
us,
yeah.
so we don't freak out too
What
much.
if they don't? They're so advanced. They don't have human body. They don't have human. I'm keep using the word human.
Like, yeah, that's
they
what
don't
we-
have bodies. Like,
That's
it's
what I mean. Like
you're
they
right,
have
like,
the same thing we were talking about where they're just uploaded
conscious.
consciousness.
consciousness uploaded, and
Yeah.
it's just like
so they just pick an
it could
avatar
be
and come
formed.
through to yeah. They pick the language, that same shit where it's like
And we're
they just
talking like a
download
real,
Yeah,
English.
just download it.
real advanced, civilization. Honestly, like I believe if aliens have visited here, then they've been visiting here for a long time. Then just appear in the 1950s for the first time.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
because fucking like we started recording shit.
yeah.
The cameras started existing around that time.
Yeah.
Radio and media started to exist around that time. Before it was just like people's word of mouth, like, oh, I saw these lights in the sky, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And that was it. I think that's why people started to pay attention. But I feel like there's been sightings and there's been weird shit happening for thousands of years here.
For sure.
You know what I mean? And like whether it's been the same species, the same aliens or different aliens, who knows? But I'm sure if it's been the same aliens, they were here 1,000 years ago. Oh, what are those like weird ape people doing? Oh, look, they're just smashing boulders together. They come back a couple thousand years. Oh, look, they're driving cars now. That's cool. They're advanced, more advanced now. You know what I mean? Like,
So they look at us.
yeah,
Just a cool little, like my fucking fish tank, bro.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, a little, like a hamster in a wheel.
Oh,
like,
cool. And then whenever they need to help us out a little bit, then they come through, build a pyramid,
Come here, build.
Drop
a
off-
pyramid.
you know, yeah.
drop
when-
off an iPhone.
Yeah.
when you're like just you
Yeah.
have a ant hill or you're looking at a little ant farm and you see it fucking struggling to pick up a leaf or something,
Yeah.
you decide to either kill it or thing it with the magnifying glass
Yeah.
or put the leaf in it, you know, like they just decide randomly sometimes, like,
You
yeah, we'll do
decided
that.
the fate of the entire civilization.
Yeah, you know. Yeah.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Maybe no one's been psychotic.
Isn't that what God
wanted
is?
to
Is
just-
like God's will is like deciding random shit at random times, you know
fuck
what I mean?
Like
God's will.
Sims, bro.
Yeah.
the aliens treating us like Sims.
Yeah.
Basically.
Maybe.
I mean, we do it too. Like, we can't be mad at them for doing
we do
the
it
same.
to smaller life forms.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Ants and whatever insects.
Just video games in general too, you know, like
Sure,
robots.
We've created
and-
worlds like that.
yeah. Like if we are, you know, if the theory is that we are just like consciousness created, like we're the original AI, like we were just aliens.
Again, we
AI
don't
or
even
whatever,
really
right? Like,
can't even really prove if we're real.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's a whole other thing. You know what I mean? Like, I see things and I'm alive, but what the fuck is being alive?
Mm-hmm.
I can't explain what I'm seeing, realistically. I can't explain being alive.
Yeah.
We're not getting into this. We're not doing all that
I
today.
can't explain it. Like, I'm just here, like, living, existing. You know what I mean?
Facts.
I can't explain why I'm here and what's happening and realistically why it's happening. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? It's just happening.
Facts.
And I have a concept of how to turn it off. That's to kill myself, right? That's the only way I know to turn it off,
Allegedly.
to then prove whether
Yeah.
it's real or not. I mean, that'd be the only way to truly figure out whether this is actually real or not, is to kill yourself, to see what happens.
That's what I'm saying. That's why some people. I
You know what I mean?
Aside from all the people that just passed,
Yeah.
sometimes I'm like, sometimes dead people, they might be lucky.
That's what I mean. They might go
You
somewhere
know who
better.
gets
They-
me sometimes? Capital Steez.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like I just
Yeah,
think about
yeah.
his shit sometimes. He had a number. He was
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
I can't remember the fucking number.
20, 40, not 42, something else. Like you just.
I can't remember the number.
And it's, you know, sometimes it's just like, you know, do people have these, you know, did they have an insight? You
Do
know,
they really
like,
know?
Yeah.
to really know if life is real and consciousness is there's an explanation to it. Is I guess one way is to kill yourself or to,
Yeah.
to not
I'm
be
sure
alive.
there's got to be a word for that, like envy of a dead person, because they know
they know
they're
something.
at a stage of life that we
we haven't
Yeah,
experienced.
Yeah.
they
that
have
we
the
just
one
can't be,
you
yeah.
can't experience.
They
unless
know
you die.
if it's just nothing.
And
Yeah,
if I
yeah,
die,
They
I
know
have
if
no
you get
way of
recycled
telling
into
you.
a dog. They know if there's heaven or hell. They know if you're just floating around. They know.
They
Yeah.
don't know if
Everything
you,
else in this world you can experience and live to tell the tale or tell somebody else about what the experience is like.
That is the
Yeah,
one
there's like
thing.
near-death experiences and shit where people have been dead for whatever 10, 15 minutes and shit.
Dead.
But it's not you're not dead. Like, you know
Yeah,
what I mean?
Truly
you're dead for
dead.
a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
At least, bro.
There's
Yeah.
no way of knowing unless you do it.
Yeah.
And then if you do it, there's no way of telling the other people that it's that what's really happening.
Yeah. What's going on?
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Source part.
I mean, Jesus did it too, and still, man's believed him, some man's didn't. You know what I mean? And it's like,
Exactly.
so there's never gonna be just taking people's word for it either.
Yeah.
Deep shit, guys.
Yeah.
Deep fucking shit. Anything else on the aliens? You know, we can go back to another episode. I think there'll be more information leaked.
I hope so.
I think more stuff's gonna come out for sure. This guy or something bad's gonna happen to this guy,
Yeah. We'll
Mr.
see.
David. I don't
We'll
know.
see.
We'll see.
I feel like if something did happen where it's like, you know, the world does come into this apocalyptic scenario, we would be one of those like information sources. This podcast would turn into the like lo-fi underground. You know, here's your daily source of
We'd
or
just
what's
be
going
bunkered
on.
down in your basement.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
just
yeah, exactly.
Reporting on it and
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
I'd be
Oh,
down. I'd be
um,
game.
Yeah.
I don't want to continue this talk any longer, but just when we're talking about what they could look like, I forgot District 9.
Yeah.
Like just little
With
fucking
prawns?
prawns, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Fucking lobsters.
Yeah, like lobsters or shrimp or whatever.
So you think they'd be very like some remnants of aquatic creatures on Earth?
Yeah, just because I don't know what type of planet you're coming from, so you have to be built different.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. As far as I know, every planet that is deemed livable would have to have bodies of water.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
According
stop you
to-
right there. You don't know that.
Well, that's what scientists believe.
For humans,
That any
Yeah. Yeah.
right for humans, but I think like any
and our creatures.
any planet that they believe can actually support life, they've figured out that a planet needs a certain amount of oxygen, and there's just a checklist of things that a planet needs to have for it to sustain life. One of them is water, based on how we understand living beings.
And that's the problem.
I know.
That's only based off of our
I
understanding.
understand that because
Exactly.
we have no other living beings to base it off.
Yeah.
If they found out, wow, there's a living being out there that doesn't need to drink a drop of water.
They
ever.
chill in molten lava.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah, so you're right.
I
But-
mean, yeah. What if they're microscopic? You know.
Yeah.
sure.
Or yeah.
That counts.
Yeah.
I mean, there's
That counts as
microscopic.
life.
Yeah.
Sure. I mean, bacteria is living, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I always thought the first thing we would find alien would be that some bacteria, space dust.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
That's like
That's
fucking
even
living.
scarier to me.
Space dust.
That would be terrifying. Yeah.
Like a bacteria or some
Oh.
shit like that. Yeah,
Something that
that's
can-
even scarier.
'Cause that'd
Because
be
you can't even
something-
really see that.
if it's a virus.
Yeah, because
that'd
then you just be like, wait, there's just this shit on everything right
Yeah.
now.
Now,
That's
do you,
just alive.
like, listen, like, aliens coming here could be terrible. I mean, it could be essentially like a genocide because not by them on purpose, but rather like
yeah,
a
yeah.
whole like smallpox thing.
Yeah.
fucking
They just bring something
Yeah,
here
like
by
Last of
accident.
Us.
yeah.
You
and
know,
it's
like
Yeah.
some next level like virus that
Mhm.
would actually murder everyone
Yeah.
and just have like a crazy spreadable.
It's
Right.
not. It's just in their. It's just embedded in their
Yeah.
DNA. You know, like that's their DNA.
Well, that's how
just spread.
smallpox
And-
works.
That's
oh,
our. That's our DNA.
Spanish
And maybe
came-
that's why they didn't pull up. Yo, what if they pulled up and it was a Spanish flu
Yeah, or the plague.
or the plague?
Oh, all of them. Yeah,
And they're like-
COVID. They thought they
thought
enough
they were
time
good
has
now.
passed. They came
They're like,
back,
oh, my bad.
Yeah.
Like, yo, let's get the fuck out of here. These niggas is going crazy, bro. They almost caught us. That'd be fucking crazy.
But
bro.
yeah, it's very or it could be
That's
the
why Ian got COVID last week.
Because they came back.
Because they came
recently.
back.
They visited you.
or it could be the
They give you a
opposite. I
rim
mean,
job.
you guys saw the War of the Worlds. Like it could be the opposite. It could be dangerous for the aliens to come here
Yeah.
Mm.
because there's maybe we give them something that
Yeah,
fucks
yeah.
them up.
Yeah.
Because that happened in that movie. I
Or
mean,
or
that
like
was the
or
premise.
like in Invincible. Maybe they just pull up here and they age too fast. Maybe they're dying out.
maybe.
And they're just trying to figure out the tech just to make sure they can pull up here and actually stay alive for a little while.
Yeah, the gravity and shit.
Yeah.
You know, all that.
That's what I'm saying. There's so many possibilities, man. And that's the thing. Like, I just want some good information. Like, if y'all have some bodies, show us what's going on. Show me a limb. Show me some toes.
Yeah.
Show me something,
Show
bro.
me a spacecraft. At
Yeah,
least.
show me a spacecraft. Show me how this shit works. Like,
Technology.
we keep getting all these little
I mean,
cock
what they
teases,
claim. What they claim.
and I want
like,
answers.
the concept of a spacecraft standing completely still in hurricane winds, and it can gravitate with no compulsion from fucking 80,000 feet in the air, which is essentially space, down to 20,000 feet in like a blink of an eye, and then just like vanish and then fly back, and just like and there's no compulsionary system or anything that's propelling it to do that. It's just doing it. It's fucking crazy.
Mhm.
It's like that's actually what's happening. Like, yeah, man.
You know, the other, like, is it dark matter? I always mix it up.
Yes,
Dark
it's
matter.
yeah.
You know, that's what 70% of the universe or whatever.
Mhm.
So like, we don't.
We don't even know what that is.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. I feel like that's the veil.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
You know
yeah.
what I mean?
That's the and it's like that invisibility cloak gets like lifted and you see the ship come out. Or
Yeah,
whatever.
they're just chilling right behind. Oh,
Yeah,
They've
that's
seen
all
us.
it is. It's just that.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's all it is.
Yeah.
They're just right there.
Yeah.
And we just can't take it in because we don't have the technology. We don't have the comprehension to understand what the fuck that dark shit is yet.
Yeah.
That's all. Anyways, let's move on because we're gonna run out of time here. All right, it dropped. Utopia, Travis Scott. I personally I made some notes.
Okay.
I made some notes. I do have the track names, the featured artists on each track if we'd want to do it like that. But I just want to hear you guys your basic thoughts on what you thought of the project.
It's lit. There was a "It's lit" in it at least once or twice.
I was gonna say I don't remember hearing one.
There was one.
Was there?
There was one. Yeah, I caught it. Yeah, he did do it. Utopia. I'll start off by saying it's pretty long.
Yeah.
I can't remember if that's usually how long his albums are, but I don't think Astroworld was that long. But overall, I liked the project. I liked it. It was good. It was different than, again, it was different from his other work.
Mm-hmm.
He does change it up, which I like. There hasn't been just the same stuff over and over again, so I like how he brings variety to his projects. Definitely more. You see more rapping, more bars from Travis Scott, more lyrics than past projects. For me, though, I just thought the length combined with just a bit of inconsistency in the quality of music that I was hearing throughout the project, because definitely there was times where I'm like, okay, it's dragging on, and then it picked up again, and then you had a feature that was lit, and I don't think it was as good as his past projects. The features were good. A fun thing with his projects are figuring out who's featured on what and finding out, because you don't know, because it's not written, right?
Yeah. I think they are now.
They are they now?
They weren't for the
He
beginning.
leaves it off for.
He leaves it off, and that's part of the game. That's part of the fun part of it. You're listening to a song, and you know, oh, Cardi's on the song, blah blah blah, fucking, oh, Beyonce, oh, fucking Drake was on a song. Yeah, so that's cool. I just felt like I got bored sometimes, and I just think there are just those key tracks that are fire, but then there's a lot of mid in this album, and I hate to say it, but I just felt like there was some mid on this album. You know what I mean? But the production was there. Very Kanye, very fucking Kanye, as everyone has been saying. To the point where there were some beats, I can't remember song names, you might know better, so you wrote it down and shit, but certain songs were almost sounding like Yeezus. Very Yeezus. I don't know how intentional it was.
Very.
But I don't know if it's a bad thing. I'm trying to figure out if that's a bad thing. That's a good thing. Is Kanye even cool with that? Kanye hasn't said anything about it.
He was on it.
He was on it.
But he is on it. He's a producer on it.
Yeah.
Okay, so cool. It's not like some weird ripoff.
They're family.
They're friends. Yeah, that's true. That's
He
true.
worked on Yeezus.
That's true. Okay, cool.
I like to. Sometimes I like. I don't like saying that, but I get what you mean. Because it's like, Travis worked on Yeezus, but if you really look at the credits, it wasn't Black Skinhead.
Yeah.
It wasn't. It wasn't certain things. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
Yeah.
That this was kind of sounding. Like.
Yeah.
There was a song that sounded almost exactly like Black Skin.
Yeah.
Like you just put the instrumental and change a couple things, and it was almost the same thing.
Yeah, the drums are the same.
Yeah, it's very similar. And I was like, okay, cool, whatever. Like, I mean, weird. I think that's weird. Like, I don't know. Like, I just thought it was a little weird. I like Kanye's music, but I just feel like I don't know why we would need almost like borderline samples of Kanye's music in the album. So it was an interesting choice in my opinion, but it's a decent project. This is nowhere near, man. It's my favorite, man. Like, it really isn't. I'm saying a lot of negative shit, honestly.
Yeah, you sounded very negative.
I know, but I like it. I like the project. I like the songs. You know, I like My Eyes. I like the one with Beyonce. I like the first track's pretty lit. Fiend, the Cardi song is hard as fuck.
Mhm.
Like I think that might be the most, that might be one of the best songs. Uh, Drake's verse, a little weird. It was all right. It was all right. It was hard, but I've listened to it many times now, and I got bored of it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I just wasn't a big fan of it.
Mm-hmm.
He did shout out the Toronto a lot in that verse. That was
Yeah.
a very Toronto, repping Toronto verse. But it wasn't. I don't know. I'm comparing it to Sicko Mode. Sicko Mode is just next level, man. Like if you compare it to Sicko Mode was like when you heard Sicko Mode for the first time, you were like, holy shit, like this is fucking crazy. I didn't get that feeling from Meltdown. Like it was like cool. This is hard. He's
Yeah.
like whispering and shit. Sounding cool, but like it wasn't a Sicko Mode. It's not an anthem. So wasn't as good of a Drake feature as the last album. But yeah, I don't know. You say. Your turn.
You
Your
go ahead,
turn.
Kevin.
Your turn. I'll
Yeah.
piggyback off of what you guys
Yeah,
say.
I agree with a lot of what you say.
Yeah.
I really liked it. It sounded really good. Yeah, I think the main things for me would be that feeling of just like, I'll say if I was 20 years old, or if this album came out 10 years ago, it would be my favorite album.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not, and I think based on what I've seen from like Twitter responses and stuff, is like the crowd that it's I feel like it's catered to is like that crowd of like younger generation
Right now. Sure.
They're saying that it's like their favorite album, and I have no problem with that.
Are they?
And then there's a lot of like, Pitchfork gave it like a 5.5,
Pretty bad, right?
and saying it was kind of like empty.
Yeah.
And the main criticisms that I saw were like lyrically and just kind of what do you want to call it, like musically, I guess is the word, but like kind of just like innovative wise in terms of like hearing that thing like Sicko Mode and being like, whoa, what is that? I didn't get that on really, where it was like all of the sounds that I heard, like I've heard it on Yeezus, or I've heard it from like, there's a lot of like, I feel like, like My Eyes and the song with Dave Chappelle and Young Lean have like that kind of Frank Ocean influence.
Yeah.
And there's obviously like it feels kind of like a greatest hits or like best of the sound of like that Kanye era of like early 2010s, and like and some Frank and like and obviously Travis's influence on like that sound too, early 2010s is in there too. So it's like a best of all of those sounds, but I didn't hear anything where I'm like, yo, this guy's on like, he's on a different he's on a different planet now,
Not that Astroworld is not my favorite fucking Travis album, but Astroworld just sounded more new and different to me than this one.
I think it sounded more cohesive.
Yeah, and it was a more
yeah.
well-rounded project.
Yeah.
Again, like fuck, this is the year of mid, man. Like I don't know what's going on, but well, I want to hear your opinion.
You done?
To be honest.
That's pretty much. And the features were, that's the thing, is like it's kind of weird where it's like it feels like you could contradict yourself.
Yeah.
Where, because I was like, I didn't, my one of my criticisms was like because I'm trying to figure it out. It's like lyrically, I just don't, things aren't resonating with me when Travis is going off for long periods of time, right? And I'm like, why is that? Because it's not like he's a bad rapper, and like there's bars where he has where I'm like, yo, those are bars.
There's a bunch of verses in there that are really
and
good.
People were criticizing him for not like addressing the the crowd incident.
in the album,
but he did.
He did, yeah.
And so I'm like, that's you can't expect more, and I wouldn't expect more from Travis.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like I'm not trying to. That's the problem too. Is like it's hard because at the level of like hype that he's at right now, it's tempting to wanna. It's like, okay, lyrically, okay, if he's not on Kendrick's levels, then he's shit. Production wise, if he's not on peak Kanye's level, then he's shit. And it's like we can't be comparing, or we can't be setting Travis to that standard. What Travis is good at is like the influences he was able to bring in, like all of the features he brought in on the project don't feel out of place. Some of them are a little bit like unnecessary, or like they didn't need to be on the project, maybe, or you know what I mean.
Some
But
of
they
them are
don't feel
very
like
small.
Forced.
Some of them are very small.
Yeah.
Too. Like Sway Lee's on the project, he had like fucking
Exactly. Yeah.
3 words. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
3 lines. You know what I mean? He's done that before, but
Yeah.
it's like very, very
Even the
small
Dave
cameos.
Chappelle thing, because at
Dave
first I didn't
Chappelle-
take it in, and
Dave
then
Chappelle's on a
I
song,
went
yeah.
and listened to it back after. I'm like, oh, what part is it? And then I'm like, oh, that's it. Like it's just like
It's just like a
two
quote.
lines. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like
yeah.
it's nothing really, you know.
And I don't even think that was was that even recorded, or was that just like a sample of something
Yeah, I
he
don't
said
know.
in the past?
Yeah.
Is
I
that
mean,
from-
I feel like
I
he
don't know.
might have. Either way, it doesn't matter. I feel
Yeah,
like he
I'm
could
just
have
wondering.
been.
Yeah. I mean, his features were fine. I think
Yeah.
they were used properly, and he doesn't lean too much onto them to
Yeah.
make the project better. Like he has enough. He's enough on the album solo and like in during the songs he shares with other artists that like again I'm not gonna sit here and say that like the artists are making the featured artists are making this album better, and they wouldn't without them there this album wouldn't be good. But
Yeah.
like so yeah,
The features do definitely make it better.
it
though,
make
like,
it better,
yeah,
but he
yeah.
doesn't. He's not leaning on them a lot.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah. Exactly,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
Sure, you got the Drake feature, and that's gonna pump the numbers. It
Yeah,
always
yeah,
does.
yeah.
Meltdown will very likely be the most streamed track.
I think it already is. Yeah.
Yeah.
It will be. You can't
Yeah.
avoid it. It's just how Drake.
But
it's
the problem with
influence
that
of
song
Drake.
too is that feeling of like once you hear it once, it's like you don't really got.
Yeah, I just that's
Yeah.
not. I know Sickle Mode was played to death,
Yeah,
and at one point it was probably a song no one wanted to listen to.
but
When
for
you-
a good while, yeah.
When
and-
you compare it,
yeah.
it's just like, dude, that song was crazy.
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
club and shit. Like
Yeah.
that song. I know maybe this album. I don't know. Is this album club music? Not really.
No.
Like, it's
there's
there's a
some
couple
tracks.
you
There's
can,
a couple
but it's
tracks.
not
yeah.
Couple
like
tracks, but I don't
Astro
think
World.
it is. I don't think that's what
like
it is.
Astro World
Yeah.
was like party music, man.
Mhm.
You could like bump that shit anywhere.
Yeah.
In your headphones, on the bus, or in the car, or in the fucking club. This one not as much.
Yeah.
It's not as versatile.
All right.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll come through with some positivity. I think this is a really good project. I think it's one of the best produced projects this year.
Yeah.
I agree.
That's what I mean. Like it sounds
Production's great.
incredible.
In the mainstream rap world, I think this is the best produced project this year
I
so
agree.
Yeah,
far.
I agree.
yeah.
It's very well produced. It should be. It's
I
Travis
think
Scott, right?
I think Travis delivered
That's the strength.
after a wait. He's delivered.
Yeah.
I don't think it underperformed for me
I don't
personally.
think he dropped the ball either.
I don't think he dropped the ball. He came through, and it was a good, solid project overall. I do agree. I don't think this is his best project.
Yeah.
Me personally, I think Rodeo is his best.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
the thing is
Before
like I don't
Rodeo.
think I would be mad if somebody said it's their favorite, but I also think there was a lot of people who were like a little bit. See, when Yeezus came out, I was really high on the album. I thought it was the best thing I ever heard. So I think there's a lot of that's coming out right now. Where
Yeezus?
like, yeah,
A lot of people hated that.
Yeah.
When it came out.
and no, I think there's a lot of
People
people
thought it was
now where it's
weird.
like they're hearing it and it's things that they've never heard before, and it's like just everything together as a project. It's all sounds very new and like different, and like that's cool. Like if it expanded your like kind of sonic palette, you know. But I don't know. Yeah, I didn't hear anything new.
I feel you.
Yeah,
I'll run through the tracks. First one, Hyena or
hyena. Yeah,
However you wanna-
Hyena.
No, it's not spelled hyena.
Is it not?
Yeah,
Hyena.
hyena or
Yeah.
some shit like that.
Oh, okay.
I thought it was a great intro. Travis was spitting on that shit. Sounds like we are actually entering this Utopia place, or we're at least on our
Yeah.
way over there. And when I say Travis is spitting, I'm going to say that a few times. Yes, as Kevin said, and a lot of people have been saying, there's no, I want to say substance,
Yeah.
but it's missing something.
For me, he's like, so when you look at Kendrick, look at the lyrical rappers. Obviously, their substances and like you gotta hear the words and the
Kendrick
wordplay
and
and
Cole.
stuff.
Yeah.
And again, I'll say Travis has those bars like that line where he's like, something about the biting what they hear, they're enticing or something like that. That was a crazy line, you know. But and then there's like people who are like Young Thugs and the Playboys where their definition, if I'm saying he's spitting, it's like or like even Tizo on this album.
Yeah.
Where like they come with this flow that's just like so unique that's them spitting. I don't care what they're saying. I really don't get. I'm not listening.
Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah.
actually listening to what they're saying. The flow is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Then there's mans like Kendrick where I'm listening to what they're saying. Travis is kind of in the
In
middle.
between, he's in this weird space.
Yeah.
because
he's saying shit.
He's saying shit, but he's not saying
yeah,
it.
But he's
exactly,
saying it's
yeah.
so cool.
Yeah.
Like, it's,
But he's not even that. No, he's if you
like-
really were to sit down and listen to the lyrics, especially on that first track,
he's not saying anything.
you didn't say shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But he's
and-
spitting.
Yeah,
like the
and
M-
he's not saying it in a cool way like Playboy, and he's
Yeah.
not switching up the flow and like doing a weird thing with his voice.
He's just going fast.
Yeah,
It's not
yeah.
like an Eminem. It's not like an Eminem effect, is it?
No.
Where it's
No,
like,
no.
He's spitting fast, but he's
No, that's
saying
different.
shit,
It's
but he's
different
not
because
saying
Eminem
shit.
is kind of like not fake lyrical, but yeah, like fake. You know what I mean? Where it's
Yeah.
like he's just spitting fast. Yeah, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah,
And it's
kinda
yeah,
like
it's
that.
weird. Yeah, it's not like he's spitting fast just to spit fast. Like it's like I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah. So when
Yeah.
I say Travis is spitting, it's just nice to hear him rap like he used to.
Exactly,
Because
yeah.
it's been a long time
Yeah.
since he rapped.
Yeah.
And you really heard him say a lot of words.
Yeah.
So that's what I mean by spitting. So he delivers on the first track for me. Second track all with Casey. I love the journey through that. Great second half of the track. One of my favorites, actually, thank God. And then Modern Jam with Tizo Touchdown, I thought at the beginning was complete ass. Like-
It's the same drums as the weekend and the Starboy.
Yeah,
Oh, I didn't notice
it was
that.
hearing-
It's the same kind of vibe, you know. Like yeah.
Yeah.
I was personally cheesed that Tizo Touchdown is on this just because I really like him.
Yeah.
And his part was the only part that I actually
Yeah,
liked.
yeah. I would have preferred him on a better like a song that I actually
Yeah.
liked, but the way that he came in was so crazy
Yeah.
too, though.
That Modern Jam, it felt like a bad Gorillaz song to me.
Wow.
Like a weak Gorillaz song.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, that one's one of my least favorite tracks. My Eyes, I think that's another standout. That's
That was the one that I heard where that like lit up my ears. I was
Yeah.
like, okay, this is
Right?
something.
I
new
like that
I'm
song
like,
a lot. I like
Bon
that song a
Iver
lot.
and Sampha are on
That
that.
song was one of those like not typical. It was like one of those songs that has where the flow completely switches up.
Yeah, yeah,
midway or
Yeah.
3/4 through, and he has a crazy verse at the end.
Yeah.
where he's spitting fast. We were just
Yeah,
talking about.
yeah, yeah.
But I think that song was great.
That was like
Yeah.
a very complete song.
Very
Experience.
complete song.
yeah,
That's what I was
that
saying.
was like
Cool
yeah,
track.
That was like
Yeah.
top 5 for me.
An even better second half.
yeah.
And it felt very like futuristic.
Yeah,
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 You know, I felt like I was in a fucking spaceship and
Yeah.
just, like
That
leaning back,
song-
and we're going at fucking the speed of light, and we're just.
That song was immersive. For
Yeah,
sure.
very
That
immersive.
was very. I was like, fuck. I hope the rest of the album is kind of like this because that was a great song.
Yeah.
top 5 for sure.
God's Country. I like the vibe. The
That was
beat.
a short
Sample's
song.
cool. Yeah.
That
Did
was-
you see the video?
No, I didn't yet.
It came out. Yeah.
That one.
I made you made a video for that one.
Yeah.
That's like barely a song though.
Yeah.
It's like a fucking interlude
Yeah.
almost.
Yeah, almost. Yeah,
It's like a transitional thing because it's like 2 minutes
yeah.
and he's the only one on it.
And again, kind of feels like a.
Oh, they made a video for that
I
one.
really I like it, but it feels like a Kanye like.
Yeah.
You know, like.
There's stuff
like
where
filler.
I can let go of the Kanye shit,
Yeah.
except for that blatant black skinhead
Yeah,
ripoff.
yeah.
That one I'm like, all right, come on. There's like
Yeah,
there's
that
moments
shit,
where
yeah.
I'm like, this I could just tell was influenced.
Influence, yeah.
And I'm totally fine
And
with
again,
that.
like, who isn't influenced by Kanye
exactly.
at this point? You
I'm
know what I mean?
totally
It's-
fine with
Travis
that.
Scott.
Especially you have a close relationship with
Yeah,
him.
and it's not even like anybody
It's-
can be
that's
influenced. Like,
totally
it's like
cool.
Travis is like
They're both good
his
music.
protege. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? So
Yeah.
exactly. You know, his daughters, is related. They're
Yeah.
all related.
Yeah,
they're all
exactly.
family.
Yeah,
Kanye put him on. Am I right?
yeah,
Yeah, basically.
yeah.
And there's this whole thing where Travis Scott is the greatest industry plant of all time, but we're not going to get into that.
That's
We'll
a
get into that
whole
today.
crazy
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, but yeah, God's Country. I like the beat. I like the vibe on that. It kind of felt like a trancey vibe, or it put me in a trance. I almost felt kind of drunk, but I didn't really care for the rapping. Sirens, one of my standouts personally.
Yeah.
that one slapped. Travis did a thing on that. He had a great flow, and that Drake outro I thought was hilarious. I think this is partially a little gay, but I don't know if it's just me. Maybe I'm just fanboying.
The Drake intro,
But I-
outro on that one song, right?
Yeah, but it's just like whenever
Is that-
I hear Drake say something, I smile. You know what I mean?
Like you get all happy.
Yeah, I'm just like this nigga, bro. I'm just like even going back to the
Yeah.
the what is it, the Rap Radar? No, not Rap Radar.
The freestyle.
The freestyle.
Yeah.
On the radar.
On the radar. Yeah.
On the radar, him at the beginning, you know, the meme, the combination.
Yeah,
all that shit just makes me smile. Like, I'm just like, and even just seeing the side talk with Drake the other
Drake gets you
day,
giddy,
Yeah,
huh?
yeah.
he just made me smile.
Yeah,
You know what I
giddy,
mean?
yeah.
Yeah, I'm just like, this fucking guy.
Aubrey.
I'm like, this fucking guy. He's just hilarious. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anything he says is hilarious, right?
He's so like, it's like he knows the corny, like he knows how to lean into the corniness.
It's like a
you know?
good amount of corniness,
Yeah,
but he
yeah.
still makes it kind of cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he's like,
Yeah.
and we're so used to Drake now that we're just like, this is just his character.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
And him
yeah.
trying to explain to the girl like the hotel room is Utopia.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
jokes. You know what I mean? That's hilarious.
And that's the first time again in the album where you're like, oh yeah, this is not a concept album, but like, you know, like,
Yeah.
oh, here's a story that's being
Yeah.
told, and like
Yeah.
Drake brings you into like his perspective of it.
And I have a theory about the story. I'll tell you guys later. But yeah, going into Meltdown with Drake. I fuck with the Drake verse. I think it was a cool, different sounding Drake.
I like his
yeah.
the voice, you know, like I like the
cadence,
voice.
the
Yeah.
voice. It's
Yeah.
like he's been chilling with. You can tell he's been chilling with 21.
Yeah.
He's like
Yeah,
whispering, bro.
You know, I like I thought the beat was great. I like the switch up as well. Yeah. You could tell they went for the sicko mode formula.
Yeah.
But it just wasn't as captivating
Yeah,
as good.
yeah, yeah.
Or as
Drake
good.
starts off the song first.
Not even just that. You could just tell that they're like, we need another sicko mode.
Yeah.
Yeah, but,
But
that's
it
why
just
I'm
didn't
comparing
happen.
it to Sicko Mode.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
it
what it
didn't
was.
slap like Sicko Mode.
And
When,
yeah.
when you heard Sicko Mode for the first time, you literally most people shit their pants.
Yeah,
And
100%.
they were just like, "Holy fuck,
Mhm.
this is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is crazy." Because you just hear, yeah, and you're like, "Oh,
I can't be
fuck
mad at
yeah.
them for trying that though. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah,
like,
yeah.
even if they're not gonna admit that that's what they're
Sun
going
is
for.
down.
There's a couple
freezing
on
cold.
that
You're like,
album-
"Oh,
there's a couple
shit."
songs on this album where they try to go for that like
Yeah.
switch up, that get you
Yeah.
that feeling.
A lot
And
of
it's just-
switch ups
yeah.
on here. Shouts out to Mike
Yeah.
Dean. A
Yeah.
lot of switch ups on here. A lot
Yeah.
of good transitions to other tracks
Yeah.
as well. But yeah, they went for the whole sicko mode thing. Just didn't really work out the same way, but it's not a bad track. Really good track. No real standout bars though, other than Drake's verse.
Yeah.
And his shots.
Yeah, Pharrell and
Yeah, barely a shot at Pharrell. I don't.
Yeah,
think
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what that
but
was
more
about.
more towards Pusha and more towards if you guys took it in Kodak Black.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because that's what he's talking about. You think he's talking about
Kodak Black.
Pusha T, but no, Kodak Black was also in Paris, and Pressa and YG were in Paris watching the Run Show
yeah,
shit
we
that
got 4
Kodak
minutes
was at.
on this shit.
Oh my fucking god, we're already out of time.
Yeah, don't worry.
What the fuck? All right, I'll rush it. But yeah, that's what it was. That's why he's talking about chilling with the Wasses in Paris and shit.
Yeah.
He's talking about that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Playboy Cardi track and Sheck West, cool. I like deep voice Cardi.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck Sheck West really did on there.
Yeah.
But that's the type of beat that you drive fast on the highway to. You're hitting 130.
Yeah. Listen,
That's all it's for. Yeah.
Yeah.
bump this. Actually bump this album in the car because
Oh, that's the first time I listened to it.
Actually,
It's an experience.
so much better.
It's so much better in the car.
than just like in your headphones.
Yeah, 100% better
Yeah,
in the whip.
Just FYI. Yeah.
Del Resto's one of my personal favorite tracks. Beyonce, Bon Iver on that one as well. This one was crazy to me.
Bon Iver. Yeah.
Sounds
great parts.
and I hate to do this again. Sounds like a Gorillaz track just for the way it's built up, the different types of breaks they took, and all the instruments and da 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 da. And Beyonce was the last feature I thought we'd see with Travis, which is kind of cool.
I like the Beyonce song.
I'll skip down to things that actually mattered to me. Parasol was disappointing. Was that Dave Chappelle? That was my one note. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I felt like it was also missed potential for Young Lean. That just felt like a waste track.
To me, it just felt like a bootleg, or like a bootleg version of the Frank Ocean song
Yeah.
with Young Lean. You know,
Yeah, yeah,
self-controlled. Like it just felt like that. You know,
Yeah. Schizo was cool, but kind of underwhelming
too
for
long.
me. Yeah, too long. Lost Forever, West Side Gun first was crazy.
The part,
That was
you're,
sick,
the
yeah.
part you're
Yeah.
describing right now in the album was where I got bored.
And
Yeah,
that's what I
very-
wrote.
lot of
I
long-
wrote right
lot of
after
long songs,
Del
yeah.
Resto. This is where things kind of went downhill.
Yeah,
and then it
Like
picks
people
up at
love
the
that
end.
Future and SZA song. I'm like, yo, bro, this is too long, bro.
Personally, I fuck with that one
It's so long,
heavy.
though,
I don't mind
bro.
the length,
Yeah, I
bro.
don't know, man.
Because the reason why I don't mind the length is because you're supposed to be going on this adventure.
Yeah.
With
yeah,
Utopia.
Yeah. Different
But anyways,
sounds, yeah.
K-pop is ass. That's just mid. That's the actual.
It's alright.
That's the actual definition.
K-pop song.
Okay, yeah.
That no,
That's the radio
I'm not gonna accept any of you guys' answers.
come on.
That's the
That's-
actual definition of mid.
But you know that's the radio hit.
No, it's not.
They got the music for you.
That's definitely not going to be a
Bad
radio
Bunny
hit.
in the Weekend. How is that
Even-
not the radio hit?
Even if the
Those are the two biggest artists in the world right now.
even if the video stops on this, we're gonna continue with the audio. I don't care. That's actually the definition of mid. You shouldn't have a song like this with Bad Bunny and The Weeknd, two of the biggest fucking artists in the world,
yeah.
and it sounds like this. Come on, stop playing games. That's genuine mid. That's a 5. They didn't do nothing on that track. It's the
We
first.
disagree.
You guys would disagree.
I agree, but
Well,
it's pop.
Look. It's not even about it being pop. Look at when they
I
released
think it's
this
as
track.
good as it was gonna get.
It was the first. It was the first single. That's crazy to say. This is the first single he dropped off on here, and you know why it's the first single he dropped? Because it's the worst track.
It might have been one of the first songs
It's
recorded.
it's the worst track.
Maybe not. Actually, that's not true.
Love with Cuddy. Get
That's
Cuddy.
not
Cuddy needs to stop making music.
There was the thug, from what I understood, the thug song was recorded like years ago.
Yeah, that's fine.
I like the thug song.
I like the thug song, but again, it was just like kind of boring. I was like, cool, and Travis's bars on that one, even the Titanic had an ending. I'm like, okay, like
Bye, YouTube. We're
like,
gonna go
that's
to
right.
audio. Sorry, guys.
yeah, whatever.
We haven't actually done. This hasn't happened in a long time. Where we ran
and
out
then-
of space, and we're gonna keep going.
Oh wait, I forgot one. Sorry, Utopia Twins, 21 and Rob 49. I thought that was a cool track, solid 21 verse. But I'd want to hear that verse on a different beat, if you get what I mean.
Yeah.
I feel like the verse would have sounded better on a different beat, but it's not a bad verse at all. Till further notice, 21 Savage and James Blake. This one was fire for me. Another standout track. A cool, smooth beat. I like where the Metro tag was placed, especially. Another great 21 verse. I think was better than the Utopia Twins, mainly just because it fit the beat better.
Yeah.
I think this is also a great outro for the album as well.
Tobia Twins is good. Jet ski.
And then, yeah, just overall,
Playing
other than
bitches
just
on our
going
jet
track
ski.
to track, I think this is a good project overall. I don't think it was underwhelming. I didn't mind the length. Yes, some songs were too long for no fucking reason.
I mean, there's a lot of songs. There's a lot of 4-minute songs on that.
But
6-minute songs.
There's 6 minutes,
Six,
bro.
yeah. 6
And I was,
minutes,
but I was able to accept it for the sake of the journey. You know what I mean?
Right.
Maybe not coming back to those songs as much, but definitely I'm running back to that Telekinesis and that Del Resto and shit like that because those are some of the longer songs, but those are just great experiences to me. Travis, when we're talking about the whole rapping thing, there's no real stuff there, and if you've noticed, a lot of my notes are about the featured artists because I feel like Travis just was just there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He was just there, and he just did his thing. If anything, if I'm gonna
In a
commend
good
him
way.
on
You
anything,
mean in a good way, right? So he's just there. I mean, in a good way.
in a good way and a bad way. It's like
He's not hurting it, but
he's not hurting it,
He's not helping.
but he didn't do anything for
Yeah.
it. The same way the features did. The
Well,
features
that's
did a
not
lot,
Good. It's his project.
obviously. But when I look at Travis,
So you're saying that, conscious of what I said, you think the features actually helped a lot.
I think the features helped a lot.
There's
Mainly
a lot
because
of songs where like when he was going for like 2 verses, 3 verses, it felt like there needed something else to come in.
There needs to be
honestly,
something-
Man, Astro
'cause
World
it's
was
just
the
that
same
same-
way.
because you're listening to it and there's nothing being said.
Yeah, and it's not like Playboy where he could go deep and then go higher, like Young Thug where they can change up their voice in a whole bunch of different ways. He's got like the same way of rapping on every song, more or less. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
he doesn't change his voice crazy. You
Yeah,
know,
exactly.
so it can get. And then when you're not saying anything, it can drag you.
But that's
down,
the thing.
you know?
I do once again. I want to say I do appreciate that he came through trying to deliver more verses.
Yeah. For
You know what I
sure,
mean? Because
yeah.
again, that's
he wasn't lazy on any of the bars.
That's
It
where he
just-
was kind of missing me on Astro World and
Yeah.
and Birds was and all those little singles in between was I was just like, dude, there's just nothing coming off of here.
Yeah.
These all sound great.
Yeah. Because he would
But-
just be like, I'm in here,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, half of it would be ad libs, and
I'm
then
like,
that's it. you
that's
know, like-
cool, but
yeah.
I don't know how long I could turn up to this any longer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? For me, if I was gonna give it a rating, I'm gonna give it the most solid of solid 7s out of 10.
Yeah, Fantano gave it a strong 7.
Yeah.
I agree. I didn't watch the review, but I agree. It's.
I saw the review after I finished doing all my notes, and I was
Yeah.
like, okay, my shit actually aligns with
Yeah.
Fantano, which is odd.
Yeah.
Yeah, usually,
Because
yeah.
this is like one of the first times where I watched the Fantano final review, and I was like, oh, he's not completely wrong about
Yeah.
stuff. We did disagree on a few things, but we mostly agreed. Like,
also a
very
strong 7
solid.
from Fantano is pretty high.
yeah.
That's
He doesn't.
that's all you can hope for.
He
Yeah.
doesn't
Yeah.
give ratings above 5 very often,
Yeah, exactly.
especially
So
for rap.
definitely a great album. I think the features
Or
really
whatever,
did their
hip-hop.
thing
Yeah.
on this.
Yeah.
I feel like 100%. I do agree with you guys. Some of the songs were just way too long for no reason, but I didn't mind the journey. Wish Young Lean had a better part in this.
He was barely on the fucking track.
Yeah.
He had like fucking 3 lines.
Shouts out to Mike Dean because he really, I feel like what Mike Dean does is not really talked about enough. And for him to be able just to kind of put this all together and keep it feeling all right, even with some mid tracks in between, he did a good job. Shout out to Travis. I think he really came up with a good sound. And I think the story kind of behind this was it's supposed to be a utopia, but it's kind of a lie. You know what I mean? It's like Travis's his world, but it's supposed to be this great place, but it's like people realizing that, yeah, it's cool, but there's some gutter shit going on as well. You know what I mean?
He wasn't trying to make it a fantasy. He's like, he's trying to show you this is his life.
It's almost like saying this earth that we live on right now, this is the utopia.
Yeah.
Even with all the wars, the famine, the death, the poverty, this is unfortunately what the utopia is. You know what I mean? But yeah, no, I fuck with this project heavy. Once again, I think this is the best sounding mainstream hip hop album, rap album.
Unfortunately, that
of the year.
isn't much to say.
Yeah, it's not saying a lot, but
It's not saying a lot,
This year so far has been mid.
but it's been extremely mid.
No,
So,
you know.
but I will say there's definitely a jump. So there's definitely been a lot of mid, but Travis's version of mid is there's a big gap
yeah.
between actual mid and his mid. You know what I
This
mean?
or Astro World?
For me,
Yeah.
I prefer this,
Okay, this. Okay. I
but
was gonna say.
I
this.
think once again, I said it earlier. I think Astroworld was a better complete project with a better idea,
Yeah.
cohesive. It all made sense. All the songs on there made sense, and everything made sense.
Yeah.
This I like just because I don't mind the longer songs, and I feel like he did exactly what I asked for. I wanted something a little bit more laid back, more grounded. That sounded a bit different than what he's been usually doing. That's exactly what I
Definitely
asked for.
didn't take it in the wrong direction.
Yeah, no,
Like,
not at all.
This was more or less what we probably wanted him to do.
Yeah,
You know,
this is exactly what I needed.
Definitely didn't want him to just do another Astro World.
Yeah, exactly. If he did, then this would have been ass.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah.
I'm very glad he did something different.
Yeah,
And did it solid.
exactly.
Isn't like fucking revolutionary. This or Rodeo.
Rodeo's my top.
Rodeo's still best, right?
I would say this is probably his third best project. I'm not gonna count the mixtapes. His third best
I mean,
album.
probably like Birds, this and Birds, Rodeo, and this, or Days Before Rodeo is a mixtape, right?
Yeah,
So I guess Rodeo, Birds, this one maybe.
I do, and I try to look at it objective. Even though Astro was not my favorite project, I would say it's his second best project.
Birds is exchange. You could say this one's better than Birds. I wouldn't even be like no.
Arguable.
I wouldn't
sure.
disagree. I wouldn't say you're crazy.
Yeah, I wouldn't be mad, but I'd be like,
Not everyone likes Birds,
yeah.
but some people say that's his best album too. Some people do.
That was tough for me. I don't fully agree with that, but I get it. You can like it.
Some people do say that's like better than.
You're allowed to like it.
But
There's nothing bad on that
A
album.
lot of
Yeah,
people
it's
say
nothing
Days
bad.
Before Rodeo is the best thing he put out, even though that's a mixtape. But that's like you know.
That one's my sentimental favorite, just because that's where I had the most hope for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But nah, I think Rodeo.
But that's like a lot of people when they say like House Balloons is the week's
Yeah,
best
exactly,
project.
Yeah, I understand.
Just like let's just say the first thing they ever made is the best.
Yeah, the thing that got you into it.
Yeah.
That's where he started really breaking out.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Rodeo's top still to me personally. I think that's his best.
No, I agree. For me, it is as well.
Yeah.
For me, it is as well. And then I think this one, it could be this one for me, or even Astroworld, because I really like Astroworld. Man, I think the features did. I think I like the Weeknd song on Astroworld is way better than this Weeknd song / Bad Bunny song.
When there's the other Weekend song, what was it? What's
There's
the
two,
first
right?
one?
The
Yeah,
Weeknd's on
second
this
one.
twice. Right?
That one is, I don't know, man. I don't
I
know.
can't remember if I wrote it down.
Yeah.
K-pop's not the one. I
Yeah.
like it, and you're right. Like this guy had literally.
Circus Maximus.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
That's
the
a black
other one?
skinhead one.
yeah.
That's the black
yeah,
skinhead
yeah.
one.
That song is just like, I don't know, bro. It just
That one, my note for that, because I skipped over it, I said it's kind of mid, but I don't want to tear it apart.
yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe it needs more time to sink in. I
When
don't
you
know.
compare it to the Weekend track on Astroworld, if you guys remember that one, it's way better.
Mhm.
It's the Wake Up one.
Yeah.
I don't want to wake up. That one's that song is way better to listen to. It's just a better song.
Weekend is a whole other story too, though, about like his kind of I don't know, his next project kind of thing.
Yeah, he's on the
That's the
cusp
next-
of.
that's the next
he's
conversation.
on the cusp of people questioning his abilities.
Yeah.
I feel like
I think he has two
every
projects.
artist has been on this cuff right
No,
now.
but
It's-
The Weeknd has like 2 projects, so
Yeah.
if he doesn't deliver on this next one, he has the next one after.
Yeah.
If he doesn't deliver on that,
So
then
his
people are
last
gonna
one was
say,
after
"All right, you're
that.
asking."
The thing that's been holding him, I feel like, has been the fact that he creates that character and he creates that look.
Yeah.
For each,
yeah.
so even if the album is like mid, you're like, okay, at least he's putting effort into this whole release.
I really hope his next character isn't his current character in that fucking show.
I don't think so. No,
yeah.
God, fuck.
no, don't kill me.
I don't know.
I feel like he's gotten enough criticism to not.
I wonder if that show will
lean
carry
into
on.
That was his first L.
Yeah,
That's a big L.
yeah.
That's not a big L. That's his first.
Yeah,
L. It's
you're
not a-
right.
it's
The
not a big
Weeknd
L.
hasn't really had any true L's.
Yeah, that's his first like
that's-
actual
that's
public
like an
L.
actual L.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But I want to say it's a big one. It's not going to affect anything.
I really hope they don't. Season 2 announced. I really hope they don't.
No, I think
No, they
I think
canceled
it's
that show.
gone. Yeah, I think it's
The
done,
show's
yeah.
already canceled.
It was
Yeah.
canceled.
That
It was
that
canceled
much
after
of a
the
fail.
3rd episode.
They didn't shoot the whole season.
No, they let it run, but they said it's done after this. On the 3rd episode, they're like, we're good.
So the song was that much of. Sorry, the show was that much of a fail.
Yeah.
Oh God.
After the 3rd episode, they're like, okay, we're just gonna run off the rest of the show because it was only what
6 or something.
like 6 episodes.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll just give you guys the rest of this, but don't expect anything else.
That is unfortunate.
Yeah.
Yeah, they made,
man,
they made
you
trash. It is
you
what it
can't
is.
be good at
Sometimes you
everything.
gotta- Exactly.
You can't be good at everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Acting's not for him.
I mean, it was just the
I think
name
it was
of
more the
Yeah.
idea of the show.
Yeah.
I think he was leaning too much into his ideas
They
because we all
had-
kind of know.
On paper, it's good, supposed to be good. You got fucking Buddy from Euphoria.
But that's the thing. He got a lot of criticism too. So I think it was just the combination.
Euphoria is
of
one of the
them.
hottest
Yeah.
shows.
The
out
combination
right
of
now.
their ideas, they just didn't,
didn't work.
together. Like
Yeah.
they were entertaining the wrong ideas.
Yeah.
You know.
On
like-
paper, it was supposed to be good. You know
Yeah.
that.
It's like us and
You have the
Beyond
Weekend.
Location.
You have the Weekend. Yeah, you
That's what it is.
got the Weekend. You got the hottest artist, one of the hottest artists alive right now. You got fucking one of the best direct. I mean, Euphoria is apparently one of the best shows that exists right now for the kids. And then you got HBO. It's like
That's crazy. Euphoria for the kids.
Yeah.
I know
That's crazy.
it's one of the hottest shows right now. It's fucking, you know.
Yeah.
But
That's the
those-
problem.
Those 3 together wasn't good
All
enough.
those guys, nobody's telling them no on their ideas, right?
Yeah.
HBO's pretty lenient too, especially on like not letting, or just like if they trust you and they know you make money,
They'll just give you the
they'll
bread.
let you do whatever you want. Like they know Sam Levinson knows he has infinite access to whatever the fuck he wants to do.
that
at
guy
HBO
over
now.
at HBO.
Yeah, he'll do whatever. He can do whatever the fuck he wants.
Over there,
Yeah.
he's probably one of the most powerful people over
Yeah.
there right now. You know what I mean? With Euphoria being probably-
Even the Weeknd probably has Bear Cloud too, because they did
Yeah.
like that live show or the concert and stuff. So, and just his name,
cool. Yeah,
Johnny
probably-
Depp's daughter.
Daughter.
right?
Yeah, you know, like
Johnny Depp's daughter.
Anyways, yeah, episode 118 in the books.
The longest pods we've done in a while.
Yeah. Shouts out to Lizzo, Cardi, the nigga in the dog suit, the fake bear, possibly. We don't know.
It's real, guys. I'm telling you.
RIP to the folks.
Yep.
Shouts out Golden Sun. And shouts out Travis. Solid album, man. We'll catch you in the next one.
Thank you.